Batteries fully charged. Launch ready for AEW Spark in 3, 2, 1. All Elite Wrestling discussion is live. Cue host Noah Foster.
Man, shit. It's a sad day, folks, man. And the day where I thought, we'd celebrate history and everything. It's a really sad day, and no, it's not for the reasons you think. It isn't for the backstage drama, which I'm sure we'll get into. It's not for any of that. Tony Khan lost the rights to write the censor's domain.
For real?
Yeah.
What
It's
the
a
fuck?
sad day.
Travesty, bro.
It's
Like,
an
what is
absolute
travesty?
R.I.P.
What the fuck?
R.I.P. bro.
Rest
R.I.P.
in piss to the right to censor fucking domain, bro.
Of course, I start the fucking show. My dad calls me. I'm on the air. Why do you do this?
He's probably like, then you fucking Mark.
Okay. Alright, but I gotta pause because... Alright, sorry about that, everyone. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no right to censor. Say, this is a sad day. How dare
That's
it
unfortunate,
happen?
bro. That's
How could you do
unfortunate.
this? What the fuck?
Yeah. I didn't even know he even bought the fucking
Yeah, right.
fucking. Yeah. Go ahead. At least we know he's a part of memes.
Yeah, he is
Did-
he is a good memer, to be fair. Absolutely a great memer. So good on him. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of AEW Spark. And give me a second while I apparently, because I have this way down and I don't want that way down, so I just fixed that. There we go. Hello.
But
All right.
yeah, but
Now
yeah,
now everybody's
yeah,
fucking loud.
but yeah. Welcome to AW Spark. I am yeah. My name is Zero, and I'm here with James.
Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna say this. As you see, I got my hair cut. I got the fucking J Uso special, the fucking mohawk. You see me?
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
I got the J. Yeah, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Jey Uso is basically my whole fucking. He is one of my spirit animals because he's a fucking mood. I swear
I
to
mean,
God, this
yeah.
man
I
is.
mean, yeah. He's a mood
What
for
the
sure. There you
Sammy? What are you doing? What?
go. All right, bro. So
Yeah,
anyway, we got a lot to get into, so we're not gonna waste time. But
yeah.
we're gonna start it off with the thing that everybody's fucking talking about because of fucking
Oh
yours.
hell yeah!
Yeah.
My
Let's.
man kept this promise. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was because somebody I think it was a tweet or something I saw, but I'm gonna be real with you. CM Punk did kept this promise because it was one promo he did with Jack Perry where he was like, one of these days I'm gonna fight you. And guess what happened to the thing? Guess what
Yeah, he
happened to
did.
All In?
He did
He kept
fight
his
him.
promise.
Yeah,
He
he
kept
did.
his promise, bro. But the thing about this report is that it's kind of conflicting because
Is it?
because like some people said that it got physical, some people said that it got verbal. So it's kind of like a conflicting, and and the truth lies in between. So it may be actual fist fight, or maybe just more
I
of
don't
a
think it was a
verbal
fit. I
jousting.
don't think it was a fist fight. I think it was a shove, and then
Yeah.
Punk shoved him, and then Jack Perry got offended, and then fucking tackled him into the monitor, and then Punk was choking him out with the guillotine because he's an MMA. He is trained in MMA. You see. Okay. I'm gonna break this down thing by thing here because
Hmm.
I'm gonna be doing this also on open mic night and Jay Hebert's side of things as well. But might as well fucking do it here since we cover all things AEW, so we might as well. I
Hmm.
want to just get this out of the way because I want to talk about the positive shit that was All In and how special it was. So we are going to talk about that. And I want to just kind of talk about this without having to fucking talk about the backstage bullshit. So we're going to get this out of the way first, and then we're going to cover the shows for the week. Not extensively, by the way, because you guys can check out Zero and I and Casey all doing watch parties for every single event. Uh,
Hmm.
in I'll make a little playlist. You can check it out here on the side card. There you go.
Hmm.
But yeah, long and short of it, let's talk about it, man. The Punk situation, and I call it the Punk situation because while I don't agree with how he handled his shit with Jack Perry, especially with all accounts, most accounts, he started the physical altercation first. When you put everything into perspective, I don't fucking blame the man at all for having little fucking patience. So, I guess we got to go 2 weeks back into fucking Collision. You remember the fucking report? I think you and Owen reported on it, right? Fucking Jack Perry wanted to use real glass because he wanted to go home for Hawaii or whatever the fuck, right?
I don't think we actually reported. I think we just talked about on the shows, but like, but I did hear about it though.
Okay, yeah,
That
fair enough. Yep.
Mhm.
Go ahead, continue.
So like, homie wanted to use real glass, which I mean, glass sucks. Like to
Right.
be fair, uh, whether it's sugar glass, bulletproof glass, or actual, window glass and all that type of shit. This
Right.
nigga really drinking fucking Pepsi in the damn morning.
Why
But
not? Dude, this is my life. What do you mean? But
look,
continue.
man, I got myself a cherry, but
Hey, there you go.
I do like the mango better.
I don't
So
blame you.
this is pretty so he wanted to use real glass for like a segment to like write him off. So like he could go to Hawaii, which half of these wrestlers need a fucking vacation, bro. Especially Moxley.
Yeah,
He
no,
needs
yeah,
one. That
Moxley is
man
well deserved a vacation,
yes.
but
But but
right,
so he wanted to get written off by that. But Punk say no, you're not going to use real glass, which I do understand why. So like I do
yes,
understand both sides of things.
yeah,
But the
and before you even continue with that, this is the part
Mhm.
where I wanted to mention because there's a reason you don't use real glass at all. You don't do it. You just don't do it. There's many reasons why, but this is a big one. There's a couple examples I can think of. Number one, Shane McMahon, Kurt Angle. I think that's one of the obvious ones. That's probably the more
that was a
well-known
freak
example.
accident.
And that was a freak accident, and that's
Yeah,
because they were supposed to use sugar glass on the set.
no.
They
So
and they fucked it up and got real glass panes.
so funny story about that one, right?
Yep.
That one there was sugar glass, but it's a certain plane. They was
Oh,
using the wrong one. They
right,
used the wrong one because they had to like
right, okay.
change sides. So that one
Okay,
that
so
was a
that
freak
was
accident
sugar
still.
glass, and it was a freak accident. Okay, but fair
But
enough.
like the thing about the glass part for that one, there was a is this shit not plugged in? What the fuck? But so but that one it was using sugar glass, but it was a different paint than the one they was using.
Right.
The so like there's because if you saw the sets, right? It
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
one glass pin right here, then right here, then right here, then right here. One of those was the sugar glass one. They
Okay, and
chose the wrong one.
they chose the wrong
Yes,
pain. Gotcha. Okay.
that shit was.
And,
And you could tell.
either
I
more often than not, they probably were supposed to put it in that spot and they didn't put it in the right spot.
Yeah, and they're like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
yeah. So
Yeah,
either way, I will
yeah.
say Yeah, like, there's that example, even though that was a freak accident. But here's a bigger example of this on why you don't use real glass. There was a death match that involved Mads Kruger, and this is like, aka Cruel. And this is like documented by a YouTuber named Blake0561. If you're.
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I know.
yeah. So he covered this. And so there's a match where Cruel he has a pane of glass, and he's like, it's right in front of him. Meanwhile, his opponent is about to do a cannonball through this pane of glass. Only problem is, this is a bring your own weapons match, and the fucking idiot fan who did not tell him and the competitors this is real glass, and he said it was fucking fake. When in reality, it was a fucking sugar glass. It wasn't even sugar glass. It was a glass pane from a shower head, and then he slapped a fucking fake sticker on it.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So, cannonball through, and then Cruel's arm gets completely sliced fucking open to the point where he needed 128 staples just to seal this thing shut. Like, it cut through his muscle, that's how bad it was. So, yeah. Fucking dangerous, right? I think deathmatch, like, veterans, like, told him, you don't do that type shit. So, that's like, exhibit A for me on why you don't use real glass. Now, there has been reports that are also conflicting on this, but the big one that seems to be the consistent one is that Perry went to everybody that recommended against this, and he said, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway. Because that was apparently the only way in Jack Perry's fucking Neanderthal mind that he could get time off. And so Punk was told by producers to fucking talk to this guy, and Punk fucking told him that. It's like, we're not doing this spot. If you need to come in for an extra couple fucking weeks or whatever, then that is what it is. But after your match with fucking Hook, then you can take your vacation to Hawaii for all I give a shit. It was like, so that's what it was. It was a safety concern from Phil. Fast forward as we fucking fly into London. Mind you, one of his peers just died. Alright? Two of his peers, really, but especially fucking Bray, because he actually worked with fucking Bray. Right? And he's in the airport. Nobody sits with him. Not a soul fucking sits with him. I think even friends of his were busy on and had other flights. So he had to be on the flight where I think everybody didn't like him. So nobody fucking even bothered to fucking talk with him at all. So he was ostracized there. He gets on the plane, he goes into fucking All In. And then the fucking travel agent doesn't get his fucking car at the airport. Turns out, with more information that was given out, that travel agent happened to be in heavy beds with the Young Bucks. So there you go there. So he's fucked and without a ride, so he has to take he either has to take an Uber, which in that fucking traffic in London, especially for All In, forget about it. So he probably thought it was easier to take the tube, so he took the tube. And fans helped him because he had to take regular transportation at that point just to get to the fucking arena. So he gets there after God knows how long being fucking lost in London. And then he finally gets to the goddamn stadium. So he's already had a fucking ridiculous couple days. Because people are petty. One of his co-workers died. And a legend of his he just paid tribute to the night before. So he's already had a fucking rough few days. Right?
Yeah.
Then this fucking Neanderthal, Jack Perry, like a jack off. And this is where I blame fully Jack. And this is where I blame the entire AEW locker room, because this was just a full-on orchestrated effort just to piss him off. And you could tell this was pretty much a hit job. And I hate people like this. I'm sorry. I don't fucking respect people like this. And apparently the entire locker room on the Young Bucks camp is like this. Jack Perry taps on the fucking glass in the all-in match where I'm. This is why I mentioned in the spot here, because we ain't gonna fucking mention it. I ain't even gonna give it the fucking privilege when we break down this pay-per-view. He taps on the glass and he says, "You know what this is? Real glass. Cry me a river."
Cry me a river. Oh.
And Hook and Jack Perry do a fisherman suplex. Both of them get cut up. Hook even worse so, because he actually got a wicked big scar on his arm, by the way. So that was nice. Could have fucking injured him, but real glass, just to prove a point. They did the spot. It went off without a hitch, thank God, and nothing else fucking bad happened. Jack Perry dropped the title to Hook, and then Jack Perry goes to the fucking back as Hook is celebrating. Now, I want you to couple. I just want to put this in perspective, Zero. After putting all that shit in perspective, if you were in Phil's shoes, how the fuck would you label that as? Seriously. Like, how would you label this as?
It's petty as shit.
Like,
Like,
at that point, it's a personal attack, right?
in a sense, yeah, but like, how I like that was just petty as a motherfucker. Like,
Yeah?
we told you about the dangers of using real glass, especially for a wrestling show, especially for your health
Yep.
and your body, but you want to do it anyways. And you just want to, poke fun at the bear and just say, it's real glass, cry me a river. I'm just like, bro, really?
Yeah.
Like, look, like it is a personal attack, but it's also just petty as shit. And if I was Punk, I would just be like, whatever, bro. If you get hurt next time,
I
I don't care, bro.
agree, and I in most cases I would agree with you. In most cases I would have. This was not most
Yeah.
cases. They didn't get him a ride. They didn't fucking sit with him on the plane. They didn't have a fucking conversation with him. Two of his fucking peers died. One of which he fucking worked with. The other one he always looked up to as an inspiration, as a promo.
Now
The
this.
dude's going through a lot as it is, and then you have to fucking go and full on just disrespect him on the air. It makes it look so Bush League. It's so fucking Bush League. And then he gets to the back, and Punk's like, okay, you know I can kick your fucking ass, right? You got a fucking problem with me? And he pie faces him. Jack Perry then fucking tackles him. Apparently they knock over the monitor and it falls on Tony, and then he fucking puts in a chokehold. After that, and by the way, I did this whole thing. This is like the full-on time-lapse of how this all went down. So then, because I actually had to piece this all together like a puzzle, by the way, because there were so many conflicting reports, but this actually tells the whole story. So, then after that, Phil goes and he's screaming. He's like, he threatens to quit there after that fucking bullshit happened. And by the way, don't fucking blame him there, because I would have fucking threatened it too. But anyway, cooler heads prevail, and not really cooler heads, because Joe had to fucking scream at the both of them, I guess. Joe screamed at Jack to fucking stop being an absolute jack off and get out of the fucking arena before I fucking make you, I guess. And then Joe said, you fucking put your pride aside and look at how many fucking people are out there. We don't deliver this match, that whole fucking place is gonna boo us out of the building. We have way too much riding on this. Get the fuck out there and let's do the goddamn match. After Joe kind of talked him down, Punk agreed. It took him a bit. And then so Joe came out, and that's why Punk looked as angry as he did when he came out for his entrance. They have the match. They had the match. Punk still does the waving goodbye because he probably knows he's getting suspended from this. He goes to the back. He talks to security. They have the conversation. In the midst of that conversation, they say, he asked, "Hey, is it better if I leave the fucking arena?" And they said, "Nobody's forcing you to leave the arena, but it'd probably be best if you do." So he did. He agreed. Everybody was in agreement on that. So he was on his way out. Then he passes by Miro, and there was so many people that fucking took this and ran with it like he had a problem with Miro. It was a joking thing. It was banter when Miro said, "What the hell happened?" He's like, "I don't know. Do you want to fight me too?" In a joking way. He's like, "Oh yeah, let's take it outside," and laughed. And then they, went on with their business and then did their thing. And then Punk fucked off. He was done. He went to the hotel, and then after the show, he ordered Nando's for the people he was meeting with after the show for a job well done. Fast forward a day later, and apparently there is now reports, and this is still speculative. I don't know if there's actually suspensions yet. I think there's a lot of reports saying that there is, but this is one of those cases where until Tony announces it or AEW announces it, I'm not buying it. So I think, at the very least, I think they're going to wait until All Out's over to announce any suspensions. I'm hoping Punk at least shows up at All Out because, oh man, that's going to be a fucking disaster if you don't. But then again, he may have quit. Because he had a conversation with Tony, like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, I hate this place. I quit, apparently.
I hate it here.
And he fucking, and he left. If it was any other situation, I'd be like, yeah, get rid of him. Get rid of Punk, right?
Yeah. But this is way different than what we used to.
Yeah, like this guy,
But
like there has to be some human empathy here. Like it's one of those things where this guy got fucking shafted before he even got into London. Like all over because he was looking out for the safety of a fucking guy that he doesn't even know from a hole in the wall, number one. Right? When you really break it down, that's what it is. And then, fuck, I mean, and then he gets there, and then he fucking disrespects him after he's already had a hellacious time just traveling over there. And again, after two of his fucking peers died. Fuck. Like what in that, where in that moment is that okay to then just keep poking the fucking bear? It was obviously a fucking personal attack. Y'all need to grow up and get the fuck over it. It was a goddamn year ago. It like put this in perspective, right? And I get that Punk definitely fucked up it all out. I have fucking personally said it on this channel right here that he has royally fucked up. But he's also put over your entire roster. He's made stars out of everybody. Anybody he's ever worked with has come out better on the other end for it. Is that all fucking erased because of that one fucking night? Really? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, this really comes down to fucking bullshit mob mentality. It's fucking gross. It's just cancel culture in the locker room. That's all this is.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you take your time. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. I paused when I had to go. I'll pause when he has to go. So yeah, I mean, he already had a rough couple fucking days.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like if I was in a situation like, I would have acted and fought too probably. And look, I'm not saying what he did was right because it wasn't, but in this situation, Punk's tried to work with these people. He's tried to fucking make amends. They won't fucking let him. And he's not being forgiven. And then he has the fucking week he has. What do you do after that point when you got a fucking little jabroni fuck disrespecting you? I ain't saying it's right, but like, I don't blame him really either. Like, this is kind of fucked. Like, at this point, we need to move past this shit. We really need to move past this shit. Like, I don't. I think everybody needs to work together. But if Punk doesn't want to fucking do it anymore, and it would make it easier for everybody, then fucking leave. If the Young Bucks are fucking hard to work with, fire their ass. It don't matter to me. But like, this shit's out of control now. This is the second year in a row where something happens
Around this time.
around this time, and then I mean, credit to. Well, I mean, he suspended them the last time, but one of them was injured anyways, and I don't really count for shit. And then he gave him the titles anyway. But, like, fuck. Like, you know, Jesus Christ. You got, you know, you just got so much shit going on, and it's like, why? We should not be talking about this right now. We should be talking solely about how great of a show All Out was. How great of a show the go home shows leading up to it were.
But
And
it's always around.
it's always around the shit. And dude, it is honestly getting on my last nerve now. And at some point I think Punk has taken accountability because he fucking took himself out of the situation after the altercation happened. When the fuck are the goddamn EVPs of this company going to ever take accountability for the shit they fucked up on? Your guy that you fucking appointed as a goddamn travel agent didn't get him a fucking car because he's in bed with you guys and he wanted to be a dick to him. At what fucking point do you guys take accountability for any of your fucking actions? I've seen Phil trying to make amends. Where the fuck are you guys in that fucking court?
And he tried to, like, be cool with it too. So it's like, why? So, like, why Kenny is the one, like,
Kenny's the
willing to work
only
with it?
he's the only fucking one out of the elite that made amends with Punk. And everybody else is being a cunt. And by the way, just to add this little bit too, he kicked Matt Hardy out of Collision. He kicked Chris Medeiros out of Collision. Yeah, because he's friends with the Young Bucks and they fucking told him a no contact order. It's a legal thing. No shit. Yeah, why would he want that at his fucking show? Yeah, I don't blame him there either. You want to make it hard? I'll make it fucking hard, motherfucker. Fuck around, find out. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's not that fucking hard. You don't have to make this that deep, guys. You really don't have to. I don't under fucking stand why we're at this point again. Get the fuck over yourselves. Punk, I have more sympathy in this case because he had a lot of shit going on prior to this.
Yeah.
And you guys just dogpiled on him when he was already going through enough. It ain't okay. You know, humans are allowed to make mistakes every now and again. That doesn't erase everything that fucking Punk's done for the company since he's arrived. First fucking million viewed Rampage. First consistent million viewed Dynamite every fucking week. First $1 million house in the company. This is being the second, by the way. Does that all get erased because of one fucking night in Chicago? Really? Like, fuck this cancel culture mentality. Fuck this mob mentality, man. I'm so sick of it. Like, I agree he did wrong, but fuck me if you guys are... Everybody sucks in this situation, but Phil less so because he was already going through enough. Show some goddamn respect for once in a while, you know? Jesus Christ.
What's funny about all this is that if you look at the little press thing,
Yeah.
they did, like after like right after All In,
Yeah.
MJF sounded more like a locker room leader than anything, bro. He's supposed to be a
Yeah.
dickhead.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
hilarious.
And
So
honestly, I would just fucking let him lead the locker room at this point because he seems to be the one that knows what needs to be done here.
man, fuck that. I will let him be the face of the company, bro.
I agree.
Cause this man, like, despite his whole entire thing of him being a fucking dickhead, how is your top heel, even though he's a face now, but he was a top heel, be more of a positive in the locker room than like the so-called face of the company? It's
Exactly.
fucking crazy. Out of all the pillars,
Yeah.
this man is the most legit.
And even then, like, another person I'd fucking coincide with that also is Darby. Darby's been great too.
Darby's just cooling, bro. He has a time. He's not there for drama, bro. He's just cool.
Yeah.
But I want to also mention when you was talking about Samoa Joe being the
Well, your headphones cut
well,
out again.
when you was talking about Samoa Joe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how he was trying to be the level hitter one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That reminds me of when he returned to WWE for NXT, and he was Regal's little thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
It reminds me of that for some reason. It's kind of
Yeah.
funny.
No, I agree. But yeah,
Man's been like, bro,
I
you
think
hurt your fuck up, nigga. No, okay, bro.
I think in this case we take. I think it's safe to say we actually take fucking Phil's side on this whole thing. I think it was just so fucking. I mean,
It's
yes.
crazy. It's crazy because if you watch uh GCW and all the deathmatch feds,
Yeah. Yeah.
you could tell they work things out.
Yep.
Like they would talk to each other. They would not do this petty shit. They would talk to each other about what weapon they want to use. Even in fucking Freedoms or BJW, even
Yeah.
if you're in a match against Jun Kasai,
Yeah.
y'all will have to talk about what weapons I want to use. Even Onita back in FMW, when his match is exploding barbed wire death match, they have to coexist and be like, yo,
Yeah. This could be risky.
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
So
I might
so
say
like we
no to
got your
this.
back,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's fucked up when we're mentioning all these people, and I mean they're professionals. Don't get me wrong, but like it's really sad when Nick fucking Gage is being more professional than these fucking children in this locker room for real.
you know what's crazy? This is a fun fact. All right, Nick Gage, despite all his crazy shit, he's the most safest man to actually work.
Yeah, I know.
Believe it or not, which
Yeah, I
is
know.
crazy.
Yeah, because
It's
he ain't
insane.
trying to go in there and fucking hurt you for real. Like
Yeah, man. He's
he
over here
isn't.
like
He
he's
knows,
like
and
in
he
that
knows, and
episode.
he's fucking intelligent as hell with the human anatomy as well. By the way, which is why he's like really safe.
Right.
But yeah,
I love this man.
that's neither
No,
here. That's neither here nor
yeah.
there.
So
What are
let's talk
your
about.
yeah?
Oh,
What are your final thoughts on this? And then we'll just move on to the shows. I just wanted to get that out there so that way it's crossed off the fucking list at this point.
I hate humans. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah.
But, for real, this whole situation, just like the brawl out joint, can easily be resolved by chilling the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because one, you in history right now. Y'all guys made history. Let's not fuck this shit up, bro.
Yeah.
Because all this could be resolved in a matter of seconds. It's
Yeah.
called communication.
Yeah.
Stop being a dickhead, because if one person is worried about you because of what you're trying to use, you should take that advice. You're not Nick Gage. You're
No.
not you're not Jun Sai. Hell, you're not even Masada. Jack Perry, you're a Jack Perry. You're Jungle Boy
Dude, you're
Jack.
not even fucking Necro Butcher.
You're not
Like,
even Negro Butcher, bro. What the fuck are you doing, dog?
I don't know what you think. Let's use real glass. You don't know shit, bro.
even Necro Butcher would have do. Even
Would
he would
never
have said,
use
"What
real
the
glass in a
fuck, bro?"
million years. He'd never use real glass.
Right? He probably over here like, "What the fuck, bro? What are you talking about,
He'd
bro?"
probably fucking chastise Jack Barry on social media. I almost bet you he did.
Bro,
Yeah,
but
like, but
it's like,
I will say, if he wanted to, I could see the argument also of like he shouldn't have fought him if he wanted to use real glass and kill himself.
yeah,
I agree with that, but again, this is on top of all the other bullshit that Punk already had to go through, which I think a lot of people don't fucking comprehend either. It's like humans have bad fucking days. That does not erase everything good that they have done. Oh my god, there's a little bit of fucking drama. You know how much fucking drama I've dealt with, and I know Mike is probably rolling his eyes, but I don't give a shit. But you know how much drama we've dealt with in WIW? Dude,
yeah.
this shit is fucking tame compared to the shit we've had to fucking deal with over there. And this is before you even joined Zero. So it's like, drama happens. Oh fucking well. Get over it. Stop getting your panties in a bunch and move the fuck on. Hell, work together. Shoot on each other for all I give a shit. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm being like, go out there, you fucking childish fucks, and make me money.
At this point, they need a brawl for all.
Seriously, just get it out of your system. Seriously, yeah. Fucking Nick Jackson versus fucking CM Punk in the brawl for all. Let's go. Get that MMA cage back that they use for Wardlow and Hager. There you go.
Oh hell yeah, bro! Just have them figure it out.
So yeah, fucking.
Figure it out.
That's it. I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I will say we are
Yeah.
definitely more sympathetic to Phil in this situation than we were at Brawl Out, to be fucking honest. And that's mainly because of everything that the guy was been through enough. I think that's safe to say, Zero.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Get there with all this bullshit in his life, and now this.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
tired. I work with children.
Yeah.
Just, like,
You
I
know
mean, you
what's
ain't wrong about
fucked?
that.
You know what's fucked too? Like, yes, it was wrong time, wrong place for that promo, but every fucking day these fucking children just prove his point right. Every fucking day. Seriously. Now that we got over that bullshit and that hump, we're gonna go over Fyter Fest. We're not we're not gonna go over all of Fyter Fest, and we're gonna do our quick Rampage breakdown as we usually do on the program. But if you want to know our full in-depth thoughts, for the most part, they'll be over here. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go match by match and just kind of talk about it like relatively quick. So to open up the show, we had the Elite with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Juice Robinson and the Guns. I mean, it was supposed to take place, and then it didn't happen. We just had a brawl to kick off this fucking show, so.
Man, you cry no more.
That's all this was. I mean, we just had a fun-ass brawl. I enjoyed it. How did you enjoy it? Do you like chaos like this? I love chaos like this.
I love chaos, but I find it hilarious how this match was advertised.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, the match got called off midway through the fight. Like, I get it though.
Yes, but yes and no though, because like, it's not like they false advertise often, but it's not like they really false advertise.
They really didn't. They did no. Like, the thing is,
the match didn't take place, but a brawl
they
did happen,
advertise-
and everybody was there. So is it really
Yeah,
false
so, like,
advertising?
no. But here's the thing though. That, like I was trying to say. So they advertised the match, but we did get the match. It just wasn't a match. It was a brawl.
It was a full-on drag-out fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And fucking FTR came out, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, they fucking came out for the save to help the Young Bucks because they wanted to keep them at 100% for their Best in the World Tag Team match. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It was fun brawls. They had big fights. Yeah. I give this 2 gorilla thumbs up. So there you go. From there, we had Renee Paquette speaking with world champion MJF. At one point, fucking Renee asked him hey, how do you feel about the fans like taking to you? And then at one point, MJF is like, I ain't gonna lie, it gives me a little bit of a chub, you know? Like, I get a little bit aroused downstairs, you know?
All
It's
right, bro.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm digging it. But
I'm
like,
just like, all right, bro.
nice. If there's one thing I know about myself is that enough people can't get enough of chanting my name. So there you go. And then he talks about the match, and then he said the old me would have bullshitted you and told you there was no pressure. But main eventing this Sunday, I feel an immense amount of pressure. This is the biggest event in the history of professional wrestling in our great sport, bar
Mhm,
none.
mhm.
None of this happens without my own without my own talent, without all the fans, and not without all the people who have paved the road for professional wrestling prior. Which I love that little touch, man. I mean, obviously that was a little shout to Terry on that little line, so I appreciate that. I'm about to be the biggest headliner in the history of professional wrestling, and that's insane. Think about all the people that came before me: Hulk Hogan, Bruno Sammartino, Dusty Rhodes, John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, Undertaker. The list goes on and on. I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, and on Sunday, August 27th, if I win, I might become a giant myself. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure, but frankly, it's a pressure I'm ready for. And then they show the fucking little friendship clip on how it's kind of slowly disintegrating. It looks like it's disintegrating and all that. And then it says, "Look, this is all really new for me. I've never had a genuine friend before in my entire life. This is not me trying to work you guys. That's real. Adam Cole has made me a better person in a really short amount of time. He taught me I can trust and I can let my guard down. Frankly, Adam's not just my friend, he's my brother. Yeah, brothers fight, but at the end of the day, brothers hug it out, and we always hug it out. And I understand why you guys would have reservations about trusting me. I'm far from perfect. Think about the worst thing you've done in your life. I've probably done that twice. However, I've been vulnerable for the first time in my life, and I'm asking you people to go on this journey with me. Be vulnerable with me, and I promise you, you will be rewarded. And that's the first promise in my life that I intend to keep. Because I'm not just a scumbag, I'm your scumbag." Good shit. I
She
mean,
should have. She
this.
should have just said, "I'm not. I'm not. I'm not just a dickhead. I'm just an actual dickhead."
Yes, exactly. I'm Richard.
Mhm.
I'm Richard. I'm Richard Brain.
Why is Richard the fucking short way of saying no? Why is Dick the
Yeah.
short way of saying Richard?
I
That is
I never
stupid.
understood it. I
I never
agree.
understand that.
I
But
agree. I agree.
like
Yeah.
back on this because so this was pretty good, and you could tell that there's about to be a shift in how this is about to go,
Mm-hmm.
especially especially when it comes down to the other side of the
Yeah.
interview. You could tell that there's about to be a whole shit coming, but
Yeah.
I just want to be there.
Yeah. I'm there for the ride, man, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I thought this promo like hooked. Ever since this storyline fucking started, I've been hooked. I've been hooked back in AEW. So like this was the right move to have them tease it a little bit longer. However they decide to go, teasing this is the right move, and we'll get to that as we go further on.
But
We always talk about how there was like so many people. There's like they need a bloodline esque story. Well, they found it, and I think they've been doing it better. Put it that way. And I'm here for the ride because the ride ain't even over yet. I don't even. I think we just passed by Act One here. But
but
yeah,
there's one part of the segment that was actually pretty hilarious.
go
It's
ahead.
when Renee talked about how MJF always go to towns and actually call them mid.
Yes.
MJF was like, that was just doctored. Like the whole footage, like the whole footage, that was just
I
doctored.
do love that. I do love that man. Yeah, like
Yeah, that was funny as shit.
he's like trying to correct some of those mistakes. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love that. That was fun.
yeah, that never happened. What do you mean by that,
I
bro?
don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Let's talk about this real quick. Awesome match. We're not gonna break it down spot for spot. You'll notice our reactions as it was going on, but Jon Moxley and Ray Phoenix had a kick-ass fucking match. I mean, I don't know what it was about these two, but these two gelled so well together. Um, I could have watched this match all day, and I wouldn't even complain. These guys fucking pulled out spot for spot, and somehow it all made sense, and the crescendo to the finish was fucking great. Fucking Moxley hits a paradigm shift from the top of the fucking turnbuckle,
That should
and
have ended the match, in my
it
opinion.
should have ended the match, but Phoenix kicks out, and then Moxley locks in a choke. Ray will not surrender. He has too much heart, and he just passes out, and it's a TKO for Mox. And I kind of like that. I think I might be in the minority. I only say that I like that because I like that. I like when luchadors show heart. I just do. I like when underdogs show heart. So I'm kind of a sucker for shit like that. And I do like that they had him lock in the choke immediately. So that way it's like, okay, well, this is completely unbelievable. It's like, okay, well, maybe he could have kicked out on the mistake, but now he's done. Right. So I was cool with it. Fucking great match. Honestly, a really good match between these two. I don't know. What did you think about this?
This match makes me wonder, what if John Moxley was in Lucha Under?
Oh, yeah.
Because if John would have been in Lucha time, he will be fucking sick.
He would have,
Like,
yeah. He would have been, yeah.
like he would have been the top dog, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
But this was surprisingly fucking. This was pretty good, especially. I'm a big fan of Mox.
Oh,
From
shit.
my
Yeah,
from
well,
my
I'm a big fan, and then I kept cutting it out, so just,
oh
I don't know. Is
uh,
there
let me,
something wrong with your wire? Is that what it is, maybe?
I don't know. I'm just okay. So yeah. For those who don't know, I'm a huge fan of Mox, and Mox was one of my biggest influences for my car.
Right.
So I love seeing Mox having like great fucking matches, especially against guys who I never thought I want to see him against, like Ray Phoenix or Penta. Well, actually, Mox against a Penta will actually be kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah,
But
especially Lucha Underground Penta. Penta
Lucha Underground
Oscuro, yeah.
Penta to go in the dark, but
Yeah.
that would have been fucking sick.
Mm.
But yeah, like I would like Mox. His style meshes well against any other style. Because if you notice, his style is not like just an American style. It's more like brawler,
He's a
drag out,
fight.
fucking.
Yeah, he's
He's
a
a
fighter.
fighter.
He's a fighter type, yeah. Which I think a
Yeah,
lot of people like shit on him for. Is like, why? You guys cool? You alright?
brawling and like those type of styles. Yes, I get why it's not the best, but it all depends who you mesh it with, because technician could go against anybody. High flyers could go against like other high flyers and maybe technicians, or maybe brawlers, depending on how they do it. So with Mox's style, taking against a Phoenix's breathtaking style, it will mesh really good.
And it did. It was really
Because
good. And they had
yes,
really good chemistry too, like work wise. Like they had
yeah,
really good chemistry. So yeah, thumbs up on me. This is probably. I think this is match of the fucking show. By the way,
it should, bro.
I ain't even gonna lie with you. Um, from there, we had a fucking beatdown segment, and Jack had an issue with this, and he didn't like it. But like the Blackpool Combat Club come in, they swarm him, and Eddie Kingston and Penta try to save him, and then all of a sudden they're stopped by Ortiz and Santana.
The most randomest shit I've ever seen in that
It
whole
was
show.
random as hell
Come on,
until
what the
you
fuck,
remember.
bro?
Oh yeah, that's right. He turned on Ortiz. So they came back, And they are no longer Proud and Powerful. They are now Born Nasty, which is the rap group of Santana, which is pretty cool that they're actually using that. I appreciate that. I think
Wait,
they're using his music too.
that's what they call him now?
Yeah, they call him Born Nasty. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a way better name than Proud and Powerful. I ain't even gonna hold you, but
It is way better.
for those who don't know the history of that, Santana's that's his rap name, I think, or his rap group. So
Hmm.
as these guys are distracted by Santana and Ortiz on the ramp, Moxley and Claudio hold Ray Phoenix down, and Yuta just smashes Ray, smashes him. I think what the fuck did he have in his hand? A wrench?
Yep.
What the hell was it? I forget
I
now.
don't know.
Actually, it will show. Hold on. Ray it'll actually tell us. So yeah.
Crack nice.
Came down to the ramp. Okay, Wheeler Yuta, yeah. Santana made his return. Crowbar. It was a crowbar. Okay, that's good to know. So yeah, and apparently he's now known as Mike Santana. He's now Mike Santana. I don't know why they're using his real name. Why are they using like his full name and then they're just calling Ortiz still? I don't know. Whatever. Can we at least call him like, I don't know, David Ortiz? You know, just a little play on David
Fuck
Ortiz.
no.
No,
Fuck no. That was the ugliest name I've ever heard in my fucking life.
David
Hell,
Ortiz.
that shit sounded terrible.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that guy's name? Ricky Ortiz from
Just shut up and
ECW.
just
From
just
ECW.
shut the fuck up and just shut the fuck up and just continue the goddamn thing, motherfucker.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to make a couple of memes. Okay, so
Terrible.
I know. So yeah, Doc Samson, he got in the ring, he checked on Ray Phoenix, and then they put him on a stretcher. This was, I really liked how Kingston sold this shit. I really did. Cause as Ray is getting stretchered into the fucking ambulance, Kingston sold it like death. Penta and Alex go into the ambulance with them to bring him out. Kingston's pissed, and then Renee comes up as Eddie Kingston's like on the verge of tears. It's like, you saw what your husband did. You want me to fix it? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fix it fix it at Wembley. Watch. So yeah, really cool little segment here.
I want to say during that whole Phoenix during that whole Phoenix getting structured out, fucking Excalibur, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
So he sounded like how like Homeboy died.
yeah. They they
Turn the
they they
pay per
gave
view.
the they gave the Owen
Yeah,
Hart voice. Yeah, which a lot of people
yes,
call it. Yeah.
but here's what fucked me up like about while he was doing it, he was like, "Gotta go to our sponsor, DraftKings. Just put like your da da da, like a picture and shit."
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, what?
yeah. Well, show must go on. Go
DraftKings.
to go to a DraftKings sponsorship.
I'm like, bro, what? Like that fucked me. That was hilarious. My man was so sad. But if you go on DraftKings.com, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? His whole
You can
that
bet.
shit,
You
bro.
can bet right now on DraftKings.com if Ray
Exactly.
Phoenix survives the crowbar shot.
I'm like, bro, what?
I don't
Like that
know,
was
bro.
unintentionally funny as shit.
That was fucking hysterical, bro. Like, yeah, in one of those situations, you can't just keep acting and then all of a sudden the segment's over and they're like, but DraftKings though. No, you gotta like even in the DraftKings partnership, you should still sound like monotone, like really upset,
He
even if
did.
which is fair enough.
He's
Okay. Well, at least he got that
like
part right. I mean, as long as he
right, like he literally, so during Kings, but it was just so like fucking random as shit. Homeboy got hit with a crowbar. He could be dead, and you want to advertise DraftKings, bro? Fuck.
yeah, well,
I was
hey,
like,
Draft Ray,
Yep.
because Ray means draft Rays, because Ray means Canes.
Like holy shit! Like when someone pointed that out, I was like, bro, wrestling.
That was fucking that's pro wrestling in a nutshell.
Yes.
From there, earlier in the day, Renee Paquette interviewed Sammy Guevara, and then we all thought that she just got there in a quick, rapid fire thing that it said earlier today.
Homegirl teleported.
She teleported. Yes, she did. Um, Matt Menard, Angela Parker, and Daniel Garcia interrupt Sammy and is like, why are you still hanging out with Jericho? He a bad person. He's selfish. He only gives a shit about himself. And Sammy's like, yeah, but you don't know him like I do. And he's like, do you know him like we do? I disagree. I think he's selfish, and at some point you need to realize that. Because when has Sammy ever had a moment? You always fucking have his back, but then when it comes time for Sammy Guevara to break out on his own, where is he? So, after that happened, Daniel Garcia gives him, like, the stank eye, and then they fucking all walk out, and that was the segment. Pretty good. I like the little teases. Pretty cool, subtle teases.
Yeah. Look, yeah, nothing else more to say about that whole thing.
I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable.
Yeah,
I
was
do
enjoyable.
I do enjoy it. I do hope we get back comedy Matt Menard though, because I do miss him actually like being comical and not super serious. Although super
I
serious,
miss him on commentary, bro. I miss Matt on commentary for art.
yeah, because he wouldn't even call moves. He'd just be like, "Oh, lights out, buddy."
Homie speaking like he's doing an auction or some shit like the whole time.
He really does. He really does. You know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
I'm like, alright, bro.
I almost called him Daddy Magic. I'm like, what?
That is his thing.
Yeah, Daddy Magic.
Daddy Magic. Yeah.
Yeah, Daddy Magic. Yeah.
But him with fucking Paul White, lovely. I love that duo.
That's true. Yeah, I do too. I
miss Star.
I do miss Star too. I do actually miss some of the jobber matches because some of them would surprise you and then they would actually be competitive. I do miss that shit.
Right.
Let's see. From there we had a Chris Jericho, Will Ospreay contract signing segment. I will say this is definitely a segment of the show, only because of how Will Ospreay performed in it. I mean, holy shit, he killed it, man. Absolutely killed it. Hey, yo, bro.
I got a daughter. Alright, bro.
I got a daughter.
Yeah. Nigga sound like a fucking robot, bro. No shit.
Yeah, bro. I mean, he is definitely a fucking UK ghetto for sure.
God.
But yeah, fucking Don Callis speaks, and then he's booted out of the building, and then they're talking about how he's willed by God Ospreay, and then he's playing a part. Family was, playing a part in the career and the greatest of all time. Blah 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 blah. Here we go with Will's promo. Right after all this shit.
Yeah.
Chris, are you actually taking this match seriously, or is this some kind of vanity project that your band gets to play at Wembley Stadium? Do you understand what Wembley Stadium is? Do you understand it, bro? It is the biggest venue in the entire UK. This match is going to change my life, bro. The day before I wrestled Chris Jericho, I'm doing an indie. I'm trying to put as much money together to put my kid through school. This match changes my life, bro. After this, I beat you in wrestling's biggest event. I'm going to be the only man that have beaten Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, and Chris Jericho in 2 months, bro. And that goes very well in 6 months' time because my contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling comes to an end.
Go to Noah, please.
That would be Noah, hilarious. Please. That would be for the memes.
Please, fuck New Japan. Go to Pro Wrestling Noah. I want to see you against fucking Ninja Mac, please.
Ninja Mac would be nuts, yeah. And who is going to pay millions of dollars for Will Ospreay? Because I know I'm the best wrestler. I'm better than the Elite. I'm better than Danielson. I'm better than Punk. And I'm better than you. freaking love this. All your
Yeah.
championships, your legacy, I respect it all, mate. But it is all a rocket fuel for me and my future. Ospreay signs the contract. This was awesome promo. I mean, holy shit.
Yes.
Like, Ospreay, man, I love his delivery on the mic. Absolutely
Yeah.
stellar. So, yeah, I
One
mean,
thing I would say about Osprey that I really do like is the fact that he had throughout his whole career he literally evolved.
yeah.
Like he has evolved from being a spot monkey to a fucking wrestling monkey. This man could go, and and I am happy that his career literally took off. The moment, the moment he went to Japan,
Yeah.
this man was it was game over. This man was he was set. He had the
Yep.
best of the like he won the best of the super juniors. He won the fucking junior junior heavyweight title. Then moved on to the never open weight. Then moved on to the world heavyweight title,
Yep.
and he was yeah like he actually
Sky
beat
was the limit. He
Okada.
just, I think he won. Did he win the G1 this year? I don't even know.
No,
Who
wait, no,
who did?
Naito.
Naito? Yeah, that makes sense. That's
Yeah,
fair.
but
But yeah,
but
fucking, like,
this
crazy,
man
dude.
is fucking talented, and I love the fact that he has evolved. I love the fact that he stopped being so fucking reckless.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, because it's like, it's fucking great. He is a, honestly, out of all the people, like, that may match up with MJF pound for pound in the ring and on the mic, Osprey honestly might be
Osprey,
1B. Honestly, like, MJF and Osprey are like 1A, 1B right now for
for
Wrestler of the Year. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, complete package, these guys are it.
a feud between them two would be kind of
Oh
fucking
my
fun to watch. I'm
god,
not
yeah.
gonna hold you. I'm
You
not gonna hold
kidding
you.
me? Fucking Osprey and MJF the world title? Yeah. Yeah, sign
That'd
me
be
the fuck up for that.
that'll be a really good feud.
Yeah, I agree.
Of
Heel
course, MJF's
Osprey
gonna
too.
win. Of course, MJF's gonna win, but you know it'd be really fucking fun to watch.
Yeah, it would put him on dude. It would put him on the fucking map too. It would put both guys on the map, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah.
this guy.
Then Jericho talks about this weird ass thing. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about your present. You accomplished more in the last 6 months than anybody. And you know, if it wasn't for me calling you 5 years ago, the entire wrestling world was all predicting you were going to be in a wheelchair before you were 30 years old, like your hero, the Dynamite Kid, because you were so reckless. And I called you. I got your number and I called you to tone it down because you were not going to have a longevity in your career. So, and hey, you listen to me, Will, and now here we are. Wembley Stadium, Jericho versus Ospreay. So that was weird part of the fucking promo. But Jericho's delivery was fucking great, I will say. Like, his
Yeah.
delivery was awesome. And then, you know, he said, and you don't have to attack me from behind last week to get the match, Will, because this match has been in the works for years. This match was supposed to happen in 2021 at the Tokyo Dome before the lockdown, but there's no lockdown now. This is Wembley. This is the biggest show in pro wrestling history, which means it's the biggest show of my career. Almost 33 years. Don't tell me this is a vanity project for me. This is bigger than any WrestleMania. This is bigger than any Tokyo Dome. This is bigger than anything. So, like, just to put into perspective, he has competed just, and I mentioned this on Open Mic Night, or fucking the pre-show before the All In watch along. This shit, he has been a part of Starrcade, the biggest Starrcade of all time. He's been a part of the main event of WrestleMania 18, which is arguably the second biggest WrestleMania event of all time, bio-wise. He was fucking a part of the semi-main with Kenny Omega in the Tokyo Dome for Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Yeah.
So all record-breaking fucking crowds. So it's crazy that this is Jericho at this point in his career, and he's in a fucking high-profile match like this. I do think that needs to be said. He said, this match means more than it does anybody else. because you're coming at this from the bottom. I'm coming at this from the top of the effing mountain with everyone trying to knock me off. Every hater on social media is trying to predict my demise. So that means I have to I have to be the best Chris Jericho that I've ever been to beat you, Will Ospreay. But in return, you have to be the best Will Ospreay you've ever been to beat me. Chris Jericho signs a contract, and then he said, "So prove it to me, Ospreay. Prove it to your family at Wembley, sitting in the front row. Your mother, your father, your missus, your 4-year-old stepson that you got to put through school. Prove it to them in front of 80,000 of your countrymen that you could beat Chris Jericho. And don't make me regret the fact that I picked up the phone and called you 5 years ago. And don't make me forget that I kept you from being in a wheelchair." Then he fucking grabbed the mic. Ospreay was bullshit and was tired of his bullshit. Tired of the way he was spinning it. And then they just fucking had a brawl and a pull apart, and it was really fucking good. Really good segment. Really captivating shit. I will say, as much as Jericho was bullshitting, because he's saying that, oh yeah, you're fucking, I kept you from being in a wheelchair. I love that they had this gray area for both, because Ospreay was going to be the face in London, but Jericho had to be the face in America to a degree. So you had to have this gray area going into this match. It was really weird in that you couldn't do it any other way. So this is the best way you could do a anti-hero type contract signing. That's a weird fucking phrase. But yeah, nailed it out of the park. Best segment of the fucking show, I think. What do you think, Zero?
It was alright. Like,
Really? Not a
yeah,
fan?
like it was meh because like point is why I said it was kind of meh. Like Osprey did showcase his skills on the mic, but Jericho made it seem like it like I get what Jericho was trying to do and his goal during that whole promo, but I honestly feel like it could have been a bit better.
Yeah,
Like,
I can see that.
cause it kind of got me a bit mix of feelings about this whole thing. So
Mm.
it's like I don't know. It's like yes, it was good and all, but I kind of have mixed emotions about this whole entire fucking thing. Like I feel like what could have or should have fucking happened is the fact that that Jericho could also play into it, but he could have just said some other shit like
True.
maybe if it wasn't or maybe just you're maybe the future and a present, but like in this world I'm the main. I don't know, just some a bit different or some
I
shit. Cause it's like
I can see why you're saying that, but the only reason I'm cool with them doing it the way they did it is because there had to be some gray area. There
yeah,
had to be. I think this is the best way you could have done it. Maybe there was better verbiage that Jericho could have chosen. But I think the idea is that Jericho is so full of himself that he thinks he saved Ospreay's career, which
yeah,
kind of gives a little sympathy towards Ospreay, even though Ospreay's aligned with the biggest scumbag in Don Callis. So it balances itself out nicely. I think it is what it is.
yeah.
So yeah, like I still thought this segment was the best. Would you at least agree that this is probably the best segment of the show? At least.
It was a good segment, but since we're doing this like a few like like later, I remember the segments.
You don't remember it? Damn. Okay, fair
Not
enough.
because it's been like a fucking good week, and we just got done with Dynamite, so it's like
Yeah,
I
that's fair.
completely forgot. Like, what the
That's
fuck
fair.
happened in this show?
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, good, awesome segment here.
Mhm.
From there, we had Renee Paquette speaking with
Again,
Adam Cole backstage,
she
and
cannot catch a fucking break,
yeah,
bro.
man, she's all over. She's all
Over
over the show.
fucking working. God damn.
Hey, remember when Jack said, "What do you do?" Well, well, um, she's earning her keep now. So yeah, Adam Cole says it's so bizarre. Never in a million years would you think a guy like Adam Cole and MJF would not only get along but become best friends. I think the world of him professionally. He's an absolutely amazing professional wrestler. We have a ton of fun together. But the thing I appreciate most about MJF is that he helped me find myself again. When I came back from my injury, my confidence was at an all-time low. This relationship that I formed with Max, he reminded me of who the real Adam Cole is, and I love him forever for that. And
Stop
he,
lying to yourself.
yeah, yeah,
Stop lying to yourself.
and then he said, when I got into pro wrestling, I never got into it with the intention of being a wrestler. I got into it with the intention of being the best professional wrestler. I won world championships all over the globe, but AEW World Championship solidifies you as the top pro wrestler on the planet. This match is everything. I don't want to win the match. I need to win the match, and I will. I love Adam Cole's delivery here because you know he won't, but the way he speaks, and I've never complimented a lot of people on this, but he makes you believe. He makes you believe there's a chance. And, like, he fucking means it. Like, he's going into this 100% and he's not going to, like, pull punches. I do really like that about Cole. So, I do think that needs to be brought up there. And then they show the same fucking video package that they showed MJF, and then he's just, like, he's just frustrated. He's like, I don't understand how people find it so hard to process that two people could just be friends. Is it that hard? Is it that hard? I'm going to say this one time and one time only. There are no issues between me and Max. None. Thank you, Renee. He was pissed. He was very angry.
This is what I mean by how when you look at MJF's a promo, well his sit down, compare it to Adam Cole's, you could kind of see something's going.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. And I do like it because Adam Cole was not calm, cool, or collective at all, and he usually
Yeah.
is. Especially lately. With Max, he was way more calm in when he was shown that promo package.
Yeah,
And he was more accepting that people, questioned his morale and shit. But
yeah,
when Adam Cole was questioned about his relationship with Max, he got all offended. And that's a good point, man. I love
yeah.
that. I love that storytelling though. Again,
Duality of face.
I love reality based storytelling. Shit like this hooks me because, like, man, we've all had fucking moments like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool that they're kind of putting that on a wrestling context. So I appreciate everybody for that. Good storyline. Good segment.
No, he does love me. You don't know. You don't understand him.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like I do. Mogul. Oh boy, we have some thoughts about this. We're about to break down the Tornado Tag Team match. The Mogul Embassies. No, come back. No. Don't bring it. He broke his headphones. No, they're already broken enough.
Don't want to talk about that tornado tag match, bro.
Oh, don't worry. We won't spend too much time on
That shit pisses me off, bro. Like when the show was getting good, this fucking tornado tag match pissed me the fuck off, bro. Like, because of two fucking key factors. One is during the fucking ending, and two, what happened post match that fucking pissed me off about this whole match. Like, this was a really good match, but the wrong team won. The wrong segment happened. You had months of storytelling for this fucking joint, but no, you want to cut the cord mid fucking way. It was getting good, but goddamn,
Well,
bro.
to be fair, I do want to point out that it was reported that the reason why AR Fox had to they kind of called an audible and did what they did here is because apparently Swerve had a last minute passing of his grandma. So I don't want to like be too harsh on the guy.
I mean, that That I do get, but there's another way to actually do
Yeah,
it.
I agree. I agree.
Which
They never should have taken him out of the fucking group. I don't know why they did. It was weird. But yeah, fucking Nick Wynn's mother was in the front row. Fucking yeah, AR Fox had the blood of his ops. I was really digging this gimmick, by the way. But long story
yes,
short, they have the match. It's a brutal match. It's a really good match, but
Nick Wayne took
after bleeding, by the way, after bleeding, let's just put that out there before you continue with the fucking finish. Go ahead.
bro. This man took fucking moves that should have ended the match. AR Fox looked like Marufuji creating a spot,
Yeah.
thinking
Your,
like,
your, your microphone's cutting in and out, by the way, but I heard most of what you
bro,
said, so you're fine.
like this man was acting like he was Marufuji from fucking Pro Wrestling Noah, just creating moves on the. This man literally he did a spinning suplex net, bro. He did a 50. Him and him him and Swerve did a move combo. And this man kicked like he was John. He was kicking out of moves that should have ended the match. But guess what happened? This is how he won the match. Playoff Fox he was about to do a 50, get laid out, cradled or crucifix, 1, 2, 3, and I'm looking dumbfounded. Everybody's like, "What?" I'm just over here fuming quietly, like, bro, what? They should have lost. Swerve,
Yep.
the Mongol affiliate should have won, but no, you gotta have babyface win. Like, bro, what?
Fucking Fox goes for the 450, rolled out of the way. Nick Wayne cradles and pins Darby. Like, what the fuck?
Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne should have fucking lost, bro.
He
Man, I hate
should.
this
He
man.
fucking should have taken a pin.
Man, I hate this man, bro.
It's not even. I don't even. We're blaming the guy like this was Nick Wayne's finish. This obviously had to have been a Tony Khan deal. Like,
I don't care. I still, you know what? Nick Wayne. Hold up. Let me pull up my list of. Look, let me pull up my fucking. Because I made a whole list of my fucking wrestling ops, bro. You know what? He's gonna be on my list right now. Fuck this shit. Where my fucking list at, bro?
for those who don't know what ops means, it means a person that Zero does not like and is an enemy of. So there you go.
Yes.
Little ghetto history lesson
He's,
for you.
he's some fucking opposition. Where the fuck my list at? Where the fuck did I put it?
Wait, do you actually have a list that you can't find?
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay. I found my list.
There you go. Put them in.
Okay.
Put them in at the top.
Underneath Kane is Nick Wayne. That
Underneath Kane. Wow. Okay.
yes, because like how many people do I got? I got like 27 people on my fucking list.
You just
Wait,
made the
there's
list, Nick
27
Wayne.
of
So you got to do the gimmick now. You just made the list of ops.
yes.
There you go.
No, I can sing you my fucking list. Like
There.
or I can read it off.
Go ahead.
Uh,
Read it off
all right,
before we continue.
here's my list of fucking here's my list of fucking ops, bro. Tyrus, David Finley,
Yep.
Clark Connors, Lacey Evans, Hiroki Goto because he's a fucking loser. Ricky
Why?
Shane Pate, bruh. Goto is the type of guy. He was about to have his moments, but he's like the reverse Cinderella story.
That's
Like
fair.
Ricky Shane Page because he looked fucking out of shape. Charlotte Flair, Byron Saxton, Cody because he cannot finish his fucking story.
What? Okay.
Gable Stevenson, Conan, Logan Paul, Dante Martin because I can never forgive him. for that dumbass spot he did in Ring of Honor that broke his fucking legs, looking like Psycho Sid. Um, Britt Baker, Kevin Kelly, because I don't want to hear shit from him. Bill Alfonso, already know.
You know why.
Gunner,
Yep.
remember Gunner?
Okay.
Jackson Riker,
Yeah, Jackson, right. Yep.
fucking piece of shit. If you don't know this chick, Cookie, back in TNA with Robbie E, look at history of a TNA. Jack Perry,
Ah,
Parker,
he made it.
Parker, yes, Parker, Parker
Boudreaux.
yeah, Trench. He was with Parker, but I'm glad I don't see these. Trench looked like fucking what's that man's name? What's that name?
Tom McDonald.
Yes, Michael Nakazawa, Mr. Greasy himself. Hulk Hogan, Alberto Del Rio, Low Key slash Kaval slash Senshi,
Oh, wow.
Kane, and now Nick fucking Wayne.
Well, I know we gotta have, since he's on our roster on WYW, I guess we gotta have Victor or Namir Sagat fight him now.
Oh god.
So there we go. Low-key is there.
Fucking low key, bro. The biggest mark of himself. God.
That's fair. Well, I mean, you know, it is wrestling. I think they're all marks to themselves, but you know. So anyway, that happened. Swerve said he was disappointed by Fox for getting rolled up. He
I would
blew
be
it.
too.
I can't trust you in this match. I damn sure can trust you with 80,000 people on Wembley. And then
You
Prince
can't even be
Nana,
an
and then he
18-year-old,
said,
bro.
"Hey yo, Nana, handle my business." And Nana said, "On behalf of the Mogul
He said,
Embassy, Fox, you are fired."
nah.
I will say, Nana on the mic is
literally,
hilarious. Can we get more of Nana on the mic?
yes, I love Nana. But Swerve literally said, Nana, handle my. But like before that, Swerve said, "How can I, how can I trust you if you can't beat an 18-year-old?" I'm like, bro,
Oh,
that's
dude. I don't know
crazy.
how. I don't know. That didn't make him look good. Anyway,
It
so
didn't
he
make it.
got jumped on. Brian Cage drilled him with the drill claw. Darby Allin and Nick Wayne came down to the ring, but this time brought Sting with them, so they all chased him off. Darby said, Air Fox, I wouldn't be here today without you. You changed my life. You took me in when I was homeless, and no matter what you did to me, I'm always going to credit you for helping me make it here. Take my hand. I love you, man. So, Air Fox, Darby Allin and Air Fox hugged. Meanwhile, fucking the guy he fucking assaulted is like, what the fuck? Okay. Jesus. He did it in front of my own mom, you cunt. Anyway,
This story makes no fucking sense
yeah,
right
it's,
after that.
yeah,
Bro, AR Fox obliterated. Like,
yeah,
he obliterated Nick
yeah.
in his own home, in his own gym. He
Yep.
fucked him. He, ob-
He made him bleed internally and out. Like, and he's just like, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you, dude. Because you
like,
gave me a
what?
home. Yeah,
What is this baby?
it's
Bro, I
really
swear,
weird. It's really weird.
babyface syndrome is a real fucking
Babyface
pandemic, bro.
syndrome. Yeah.
It's a real pandemic. It's spreading across the world of professional wrestling, and I can't stand it.
Anyway, so after that bullshit, Swerve and Nana were standing beside Brian Cage laughing. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus come out. So I will read Christian Cage's excerpt because he's always great on the mic. You guys shouldn't be so surprised. The true greats are always 2 steps ahead. Ain't that right, Stinger? Darby, Sting, are you going to introduce me to your little friend? I didn't know who this guy is. I heard a lot about you, Nick Wayne. It's nice to meet you in person finally. I heard about your story, and I understand that you had a father, and your father is dead. No. I also understand that your father was a professional wrestler. Well, I'd never heard of your father, Buddy Wayne, before, so he must have not been very good. So good news for you, Nick, is because your father was such a talentless Hank. You don't have a lot to live up to. And if I were you, I'd steer clear of Wembley Stadium this Sunday because I'd hate for you to have deja vu and watch the coffin door close on someone you love for the second time in your life. Oh my God. But hey, Nick, if you play your cards right, kid, I'll be here to mentor you when it's all over because we all know that every fatherless child needs a true mentor, and no better mentor than the TNT champion. Reminder that the TNT champion is Luchasaurus and not Christian Cage, says Excalibur.
Bro.
Man,
Look in your PMs, bro.
yeah, I'll look real quick. All right, PMs, and like what Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. I will be right back for a second, guys. You're gonna see him off. New 8. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm gonna put this on screen. I'm putting this shit on screen.
Shit is great.
Here we go. Here's the meme that Zero just sent me, everyone. I'm gonna put this in once I'm hoping downloads open. Okay, there we go.
That shit fuck.
Here's your Christian Cage meme template, folks. New wrestler in AEW. His father passes away. He needs a new father figure. His mom in the front row. Call me.
I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Christian is just a demon, bro.
He is unbelievable. This is why I'm glad that MJF's going face, because I kind of want to see Christian as the top fucking heel.
Oh no.
I kind of want to see this. I kind of want to see this shit, bro. It's hilarious. By the way, I mean, he kind of was babyface in our eyes because he fucking dissed Nick Wayne, so fuck Nick Wayne. Fuck his bullshit. No selling, having ass. He just fucking took like 50 million goddamn moves, kicks out of all of them, and then he fucking wins with a roll up. Fuck you, you bitch. It's some bullshit.
Pissed me off.
Pissed me off all day, every day. So yeah, Cash. We need to know once and for all, and same goes for you. Who's better? So this is like the FTR face-to-face interview with the Young Bucks. Each team has one apiece. We are now going to have the rubber match. Yeah. It's a good segment, but like, there's a lot here, and I don't want to fucking like. You know the story at this point. We don't need to fucking like break it down. Good segment though. Thumbs up. Good segment. Good little go home thing before the fucking show. So yeah. There we go. Then we have Sky Blue versus the Outcast. Ruby Soho. I will say, listen, I've already given the reprimand to the people that make all of their accounts just dedicated to somebody's ass. Kind of fucking crazy. Stop it. It's a bit weird, and that's coming from me. But I will say, man, damn cheeks be tangin'. That's all I'll say. But yeah, this match, Ruby Soho wins. I don't think it was any. There was really much else to say there.
I was happy Ruby won because I love Ruby.
I agree. Ruby's good. Yeah.
Like I like Sky Blue because Sky Blue really did impress me. Now I'm a Crip. Some stuff.
Oh yeah, because she's Sky Blue. Yo, we need to get the feud of Sky Blue versus Red Velvet, Bloods versus Crips. Let's go.
Oh fuck yeah, have that shit happen in California, bro. And Compton.
Yo, yeah, but they don't even have guns. It's just like a full-on cat fight, but it's like a athletic cat fight.
Right.
Yeah, let's go.
Fuck the 1 minute Divas match. We gotta have a fucking storytelling. Just have blood and guts. Team Blue versus Team Red.
Yes, exactly. So yeah,
that should be awesome.
So yeah, Ruby dumped Sky to the outside. Sky swept out Ruby's leg on the apron. Sky connected with the thrust kick and then whipped Ruby into the guardrail. All that shit. Yeah. I don't even know why I'm reading that, but that's how the match began. And then counter the code blue. And then Ruby spiked Sky with the destination unknown and then pinned her. Yay! So yeah.
baby, so heavy.
I missed that theme. I hope they bring it back. Not a
I'm
Outcast
on
song.
the outside.
I hate that
And
though.
there's
I
a
hate that song.
no.
I mean, it's not that bad, but it's fucking
It's not
awful.
bad, but I'm like, bro. Damn it,
Uh,
Mikey Ruckus.
Sometimes Mikey Ruckus is good, and then sometimes he just has weird ass names. Um,
I'm on the outside. Like, the fuck, bro? No, like every time I hear this shit, every time the you're nothing outside. I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't want to go outside.
Like,
Oh fuck.
bro,
But
what?
yeah, Max Caster and Bowens come out to the ring after the House of Black
Getting
put
fucking
Billy Gunn,
jumped.
Billy Gunn's boots in the trash compactor, and he said, "No more cans. We're still standing. House of Black, get your asses out of here right now." They has fight, and then they're about to annihilate the Acclaimed, and then whose music is to hit but the Acclaimed, and then one badass Billy Gunn comes out.
He doesn't have his own thing.
Doesn't have his own theme. He's with the Acclaimed.
Didn't he have a thing?
I think he did, but I'm cool that he
What the
came back.
fuck?
I think the Acclaim theme at this point is more recognizable because they knew Billy was gonna come out. So you know, Daddy Ass,
Where?
Daddy Ass is literally how they call him here. Stormed into the ring, House of Black retreated. Hold on just one second. You wanted my attention. Well, now you got it. So let me explain to you kind of what you've done. A couple weeks ago, after you beat me for the second time, I sat right there, unlaced my boots, and I did two of the hardest things I've ever done in my entire life. Walk out on Max and Anthony and leave behind a really good career. And I was okay with that. But when last week you jumped Max and Anthony, but then last week you jumped Max and Anthony. You busted Max open. You hurt one of my kids. But that wasn't good enough.
That's not even your kids, bro.
Yeah, exactly. This is crazy that he's calling him one of my kids.
Not your kids.
Then you took my boots and you destroyed them. You tried to tear down a legacy that was taking me 32 years to build. By this point, by the way, Billy is shaking because he knows what he's about to say, and he's got goosebumps all up and down his fucking body, which, by the way, probably laced with steroids. I didn't say none. I've done stuff in this business that will go down in wrestling history. I'm a Hall of Famer, and you just pissed all over it. So for that, one more time, it's all or nothing. All in Wembley Stadium in front of 80,000 people. Look at my eyes. I take everything from you because it all into House of Black against the Acclaimed, and well, unfortunately, the fun-loving daddy ass can't make the trip. But there's a guy that we thought we'd never see again, and I guarantee you never wish you saw him either, because he's the badass. There's a badass coming to London, and his name is Billy Gunn. What a fucking promo by Billy, man. You could tell, man, he was fucking hyped, bro. Hyped for this.
I'm gonna be an ass.
I'm gonna be in London, in Wembley. Dude, he's fucking happy.
Daddy ass is back.
He's getting a big payday. He's happy as a pig and shit. He's competing in front of 80,000 people, bro.
I get to see bro, but the fact that he called them my boys, my kids, that's not your kids.
Yeah,
bro.
your kids are in the Bullet Club Gold, bro. What do you mean?
You're a terrible father.
I know, it's great.
I
love that we enjoy the terrible father though. It's fucking weird. It's really weird.
You're a terrible father.
Terrible
$40
feeder. Terrible feeder. Feeder mother. And then we had the main event, which was I'm just gonna say, I'm just glad Aussie Open got a career win against the Hardys, but at the same time, wow, this match was way too goddamn short.
Ozzy.
But yeah, Aussie Open win, and then MJF and Adam Cole come out, and then they has another fight, and then they're about to super kick. MJF's holding it for a super kick, and then he holds his boot. It was about to happen. And then, yeah,
they just looked at each other like, all right, bro.
Yeah, like they were about to fight, and then they didn't fight, and then it was a little teasing of All in Wembley to close the show.
Mhm.
Good Dynamite. I give it thumbs up. I'd say it's definitely not the best show of the week because it can't be. But out of the weekly shows, I think this was the best show of the week.
Yeah.
So there you go. I give it a good solid A minus. I think it was a good effort by everybody. Good go home show. What did you think?
I give it a fucking fuck Nico in out of fucking Ted. Because Jesus Christ, that whole shit like soured my fucking taste, bro. Like, fuck.
All right.
This is bullshit, bro.
All right.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Do you want to do the challenge?
Here we go. We're going to do the challenge. And by the way,
Alright.
folks, we're doing the challenge because, believe it or not, I may or may not have watched Rampage. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I bet you I could guess all these matches. Here we go.
So, the time to beat, well, the challenge is, reviewing Rampage in less than the time that we got right here. So, the time to beat is I hate this shit, is 1 minute and 5 seconds. That was Owen's time.
Oh.
So you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. Ready, set, go.
All right. Firstly, Squeeze Orange Cassidy defeated QTV's Aaron Solo. That's obvious. So that's what happened there. QT Marshall actually got a win because he was defending the AAA Latin American Championship, because of course he did. And there really wasn't any backstage segment there. Let's see. Yep. That was a thing. Ruby Soho and Tony Storm and Saraya defeated Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Hikaru Shida, I assume. Or no. Did they not? I don't remember. Who cares?
Oh well.
Hold on. Let me get there. Yep. No. Wait, maybe. Okay. Baker with the nightcap and Pender. Okay, so Britt Baker and oh no. Yeah, no, I was correct. And that was it? Wait. What? No, Gravity and QT Mar. Yeah, that was weird. Okay. No, that was it. Was that really it? How many minutes was that? What the fuck?
That was 1 minute and 5 seconds. But
Did I miss? Yeah, I missed Luchasaurus in action. Right, he won. It was a jobber match. Was that it? That was it.
All right. So just because, well, now
disqualified.
1 minute and 9 seconds. Well, actually, so before you did the Luchasaurus, you still lost, even though that was the exact time. You was off by a few nanoseconds.
Yeah.
But like, since
I'll get there. I'll get there eventually.
9 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
so that was what happened on. I'm sorry, Rampage. We're gonna get to Collision now, which, by the way, was kind of like I ain't even gonna hold you. It was kind of like a super Rampage. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a B. By the way, Rampage C+ from the sound of it. It was okay.
I don't give a fuck about Rampage, but fuck that shit. But anyways, go ahead.
You'll give a fuck about it this week. I'm sure. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
I do think there's probably matches announced, but we'll just go over it next week. So I ain't gonna try to make him press for time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, tonight on AEW Collision, we had the FTW Champion retirement ceremony. FTW Champion Jack Perry opened the show. He's like, things are never easy. It's the greatest FTW champion to ever live.
You don't have to rush through this,
Yeah.
This ain't the challenge. But continue.
Well, I'm still gonna rush through it. He basically said, "I'm gonna retire the championship, and things are never easy, and I'm gonna be a dick, and I'm gonna say yes. This means everything to me." And I went to sleep with the title. I traveled around with the title. All this shit. It was just a weird music video, basically.
That shit was fucking goofy as fuck. I'm not gonna hold you.
And then he grabbed the sledgehammer. It looked like he was about to shatter the title. And then Hook's music video played, and Hook said, "I'll be back for what's mine." And Hook then suplexed him, and then That was FTW style, said Kevin Kelly. That was FTW style.
I do not miss Kevin Kelly at
I
all.
don't either, man. I miss Ian
I'm just saying
Riccaboni.
with you, bro.
I miss him
I'm really
so
good.
much. Dude, you're not the only one that's
That
sick
was
of Kevin Kelly,
FTW
man.
style.
I
What the
hate his.
fuck you mean, bro?
I hate his guts. I really. I mean, I don't hate his guy. I guess he's a good person, but he sucks
He's a
on
good person,
commentary.
but god damn,
He is
bro.
awful on commentary.
The moment he said that was FTW style, I'm just like,
Cringe. Cringe, bro. Fuck. Bro,
it
like,
reminds me so much of the SmackDown just bringing commentary.
dude, I miss already Ian Riccaboni and Nigel because they had such good goddamn chemistry on Collision, man.
Yeah.
Like, they have been, I ain't even gonna hold you, the best commentary team in AEW that AEW's had. Seriously.
The whole time I was like, bro, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of my face, bro.
So yeah,
Get him up,
and
bro.
then we had a weird ass 6-man tag with Orange Cassidy, Penta El Zero Miedo, and a New Japan Strong Openweight Champion Eddie Kingston taking on the Butcher and the Blade and Kip Sabian, which the established trio lost because of course they did.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. If you look at the graphic of the match, this was the most fucked up team I've ever seen in my fucking life. You have Orange Cassidy, you have Penta, and you have Eddie Kingston. 3 different personalities
Yeah,
in one. I was like, this is a fucked up team, bro. This is some universe mode shit, bro.
And you know what's funny too? Didn't the best friends and Lucha Brothers have like beef or whatever? Like, what the hell happened to that? Didn't that happen at like Death Before Dishonor? And then they're just like, yeah, we're friends, we're fine. We have a common enemy now. Fuck these guys. Fuck the Blackpool Combat Club, I guess.
Bro, I was so baffled by this whole team. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
It was just fucking weird. It was really, really weird.
What is this universe mode fucking WWE main event or Superstars fucking B show universe mode shit, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
This shit out of nowhere.
Exactly. It was weird. I mean, obviously the face team won. I want something more for these poor guys, man. Kip Sabian, Butcher, and Blade are actually like a really good trio, and they're not doing anything. Sorry.
This shit pissed me off, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? At least Kip Sabian did actually have something to do at Wembley, so there is that, and I am happy for him in that respect.
He looks so whacked in that freaking pre-show.
Yeah,
bro.
that pre-show was fun though. We'll get to parts of the pre-show because I do want to talk about parts in the pre-show. But yeah, let's talk about this. Dark Order's John Silver and Alex Reynolds versus Action Andretti and Darius Martin. So this match actually ruled. Like, this match kicked all sorts of ass. I really enjoyed this. I don't know about you, Hope, man, but I really like when high fly. Like, I like high flying matches that like have a purpose and don't, like, you're not just not selling shit, but like every move is like, okay, we're getting a little bit closer to winning. This was that match, and I really liked this tag match. It was Ring of Honor as fuck, no doubt, but match ruled. I mean, can't complain at all. I mean, dude, Andretti and Martin, Darius, man. Like, I know you have your op as Dante, but, like, if Dante comes back, I'd love to see Action Andretti as, like, a full-on member of Top Flight, because I think them as a trio would be kick-ass. Seriously, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, these guys could actually do some crazy-ass shit together.
In all seriousness, though, that trio is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really good trio. Like, I will admit that's a pretty fucking good trio.
Well, it also helps too the fact that all 3 of them are like wicked young still too. Like they all kind of came up the same way, so like it does. I think there's definitely some camaraderie as well, there, and just the way Darius and Action just gelled so well. Like sometimes, not that Darius and Dante are a bad team. They have had kick-ass matches on Ring of Honor and AEW, but man, Action and Darius, I think, have better chemistry.
which is
Sometimes,
crazy.
which is crazy. But they do, man. Definitely go out of your way to watch this match. Again, we're not going to kind of break down the matches spot for spot because the promos are more important to the overall story. And plus, we did a watch party of all this shit anyway, so, you know. But good match. Definitely go out of your way to watch this one. This is definitely the best match of Collision. I don't know if it's necessarily better than the Ray Phoenix Moxley match, but I'd say it's like 1A, 1B for those matches. Then we have footage aired for the promo between Darby Allin and Nick Wayne. And then we had Lexi Nair from last Wednesday on Dynamite. Ariel Fox interrupted the interview. Fox said, Nick, I'm sorry, 16 years, man. It took me 16 years to get here, and I never thought I'd make it. When I lost that match to Orange Cassidy, I just thought everybody lost faith in me. I just panicked, man. Ariel Fox offered his hand, but Nick Wayne, to be fair, walked it off because... Fuck you! You bludgeoned me in my home.
You smashed a picture of me and my father on my face, bro.
And then Darby said,
do you honestly think I'm just gonna forgive it?
Darby then is like, I know you're sorry, and then shakes his hand. You fucking. There's obviously a setup. I feel like there has to be a setup here, right? There has to be.
Baby face syndrome.
Bro, why you do this shit?
It's a real thing. I did not make it up.
And then we have Big Bill with absolute Ricky Starks. Apparently he's now the heavy for Ricky. What the fuck? Just bring in Enzo. He's actually a good wrestler now. Just bring him in. Anyway. Yeah, I know, but oh well. He's still a good promo, and he fucking can wrestle now. Big Bill picks up Very and threw him halfway across the ring. Seek and destroy mission, said Kevin Kelly. God damn it. Big Bill charged with a splash. He had the choke slam. And that was it. And then after the match, Ricky Starks. Okay.
Pulled out his belt and start whipping this man.
Yeah, he whipped Barry Morales and then said, bro, you remind me of Ricky Starks, so I'm going to whip you like Ricky... or, I'm sorry, Ricky Steamboat. So I'm going to whip you like Ricky Steamboat. And then, and they don't have this on here, but then the referees try to stop him. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Milk Dud, and whatever your name is. Whatever your name is, was Arbery. Milk Dud was the black referee. What the fuck? He just whipped the Mexican, and then he just called a black man a fucking Milk Dud on live television. You could have edited this out. Why did you leave this in? What the fuck? That's so fucked, bro. He called a black man a milk dud. How do you feel about this, Zero? Because I was taken aback.
I think Ricky's like, man, I think part of him is black, bro. like
fair enough.
It's just the way he be. It's just his personality that makes me think he just. What the?
Yeah,
that's
but like,
hilarious.
What the fuck? But like, he's white, right? So like, and he's calling a black
I think
man.
He's mixed, bro.
If he's mixed, then fair play. But he's still calling a dude a milk dud, bro.
That's crazy as shit.
It was the wildest thing.
That's the craziest shit.
That was definitely the wildest ass shit that I've ever seen.
Ricky's just different.
So yeah, Lexi Nair was backstage with the Outcast, and then Statlander said she challenges. Challenges for the TBS title in Chicago, but All Out. Yeah, match for All Out. You may be more than a woman. I mean, she's an alien.
What do you mean by that, bro?
I guess because she's an alien, so therefore she's more than a woman. I think it's racist.
Oh, God.
But you'll always be less than an outcast. Okay, cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, the foreshadowing is wildin'. Okay, Willow Nightingale versus Robin Renegade. I am shocked that this was a competitive match, but Willow Nightingale got the win, and it was fun. She's fun. I like Willow. She cool.
I love Willow.
She's
She's a good
awesome.
BBW.
She is. I agree. I agree. Um, Lexi Nair interviewed the TBS champion Chris Statlander. Talk about another fucking female interview, but by the way, there's just fucking overworked shit. Uh, Statlander says, I'm the TBS champion, so if you want to call me out, I'll see you at All Out. They don't even... There was like so much other shit she said. Alright, whatever. Limitless Keith Lee versus Ziggy fucking Dice, who just lost to Johnny Swing on Impact, by the way. I don't like... Why is he here? Okay. Lee destroys him. Like, that's it.
Lee throws him, bro. That shit was crazy.
He threw him, and then he hit the fucking spirit bomb, and that was it. And oh, by the way, it was Kevin Kelly and Caprice Coleman. I don't know why they couldn't have just had Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman. That would have been better.
Fuck is Nigel?
Well, to be fair, he was probably getting more. he was probably already in London. He's like, I ain't going over there if I'm gonna just be right back home.
No,
We're gonna be in London. What do you mean?
So the thing about it is that Collision was actually taped.
Right, but I'm sure he didn't want to travel there and spend a fare expense just so that way he could do commentary for a show when he was already going to be commentating All In. You get what I'm saying?
Well, that's his problem.
That's just all I'm saying. I get where he's coming from. And then we had an all-star 8-man tag is how they labeled this. We had Jay White, Swerve Strickland, Luchasaurus, and Brian Cage versus the AEW Real World Champion, CM Punk, Darby Allin, Sting, and Hook. To be fair, I mean, these group of people alone are fucking pretty... They are pretty much all-stars. So that is pretty good. Especially when you have Punk in the main event, so that's good. Good match here. Hook was probably the highlight of it just because of how fucking brutal he is in the ring. I love when I get to see a Hook lariat and a fucking goddamn Tazplex. It's always good fun. Martin, during the fucking stream, while you were away because you were dealing with the little people that were there in your room.
Two little nigglets in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Martin said the funniest thing, and I did not expect this, and he just randomly goes as I'm talking about, yeah, Taz taught him well, man. And then Walter agreed, and then out of nowhere, after like a few seconds of silence, Martin goes, brother, I'm your father. I'm like, oh, Jesus. yeah, you're right. yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Brother, brother, I'm your father.
Brother, that kind of got me a little bit.
it's really good,
brother,
man.
I'm your father. Brother.
So yeah, it was fun, man.
What are you, your brother or your father? Which one, bro?
Brother, I'm your father. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm like, all right, bro.
So yeah, from there, yeah. So yeah, it was fun. And the match ends with fucking Punk actually hitting a pretty damn good GTS, I believe. And that was the end of the match. And then they forced Brian Cage to tap out after he hit the GTS on Brian Cage. And he did it with the Coquita Clutch. And Joe said, match is officially over, right? And then he fucking tossed the headset down and he just starts brawling with Punk. And then everybody just starts fighting, man. It was great.
Fucked me up when he literally got up and bolted.
Bro, he was ready. He was on demon time, bro. He was ready to fucking go.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That man, bro, there was memes about, like, there was one meme I saw where it, like, says, me when I go back in time to WrestleMania 39 to stop Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah.
I'm like, that was fucking hilarious.
So yeah,
got the fuck up.
It was awesome. It was fucking great. So This show was definitely a B plus. It was fun main event though, but it was mostly jobber match, and it was basically like damn near like maybe like 60% of the show was just like a super rampage.
At least I see. At least I saw a Keith Lee, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you did see Keith Lee, so that was fun. Um, but yeah, we will say this. Now we get to AEW All In, the biggest wrestling pay-per-view of all time. At least as far as attendance goes.
You want to talk about that glass spot again?
No. We'll mention it in passing. A spot happened, but we'll get there. But before all that shit, before even we get to the 0 hour, apparently there was a pre-show to the 0 hour, so we got to talk about that a little bit. There was some crazy shit that actually happened during this too. So there was a contract signing between Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs. And then they has fight, they has beef, they did their thing. And then, that was the end of that. That sets up for their match at All Out, but they had the contract signing in Wembley. That was a little fun. And there was a sizable crowd there already, and they were cheering for every little thing, and they were happy to see Miro. It was fun. I wish everybody could have saw Miro, but but then we had a little segment on, I think, yeah, it was the little segment on the pre-show where we had, Tony Schiavone talking about the biggest event, and then all of a sudden, here comes Jeff Jarrett and his goof troop. And, he's talking about how, you should all be thinking America. Crowd's booing him. He's doing his whole fucking heel stick. And then who is to come up but save the day from from Planet Jarrett 2.0? Then Paul White with "Way." Get
the word in the ball of my head.
New room, new shoes.
The crew, the realness, the same thing. No, that first same.
Fucking.
The word of the server. I love that theme.
I love that theme because of how awful it is. It's so bad. Here's a word.
My guy still stays.
Why did the guy that sings all of Big Show's themes legit he just sounds like he's on, like, he's like,
because he's fucking awesome, bro.
Dude, he's like if what's his face, the one that went "I see tears of green." It's like if he was like fucking Southern. It's like if he was Southern and he did Firestone Tires. like Jesus Christ. But yeah, Paul White comes out with Anthony Ogogo. Yay! He finally fucking does something. He's coming out. The crowd's loving it. And then Grado shows up. And I'm like, oh yeah! The boy! He comes out and he gets his moment in the sun, man. Fucking Big Show hits a knockout punch on Satnam. Anthony Ogogo with his own knockout punch on Jarrett. And then they all set him up for the guitar shot heard around the world. Madonna style, bro. Even though he couldn't get the rights to it. Whack! And then Grado gets his bullet thing. Crowd's already chanting the Madonna song, by the way, because they knew who it was. It was fucking awesome, man. Grado came out. It was dope. What a moment for that boy. Love it. And then that was pretty much it. Other notes on the pre-show before the 0 hour, which is such a weird phrase. Kip Sabian did really good on the pre-show panel. And so did Anthony Ogogo, Paul White, and Renee Moxley Good, however you could pronounce it, fucking Renee Paquette. They all did good. Good show. And yeah, overall, thumbs up. So yeah, from there, All In, AEW presents All In, live from Wembley Stadium. And yeah, before we even get into the 0 hour, your thoughts on the pre-show?
I didn't see the pre-show.
He
Because I
definitely.
forgot what time it was.
Yeah,
I forgot
dude.
what time it was.
Okay, and that's another thing because AEW legitimately fucking said that it was gonna happen. It was gonna start at
No,
fucking 12. The 0
not
hour was to
like
start at
it's
12,
not
and they
even that.
started at fucking 11. You cunts. So
Yeah, like that kind of fucked me up a bit because it's like, oh, so the 0 hour starts here, but I didn't know if there was even going to be a pre-show.
right, I'm like, okay. So
It's
yeah,
like, oh, okay.
AEW presents All
But
in London. So yeah,
but at
there you go.
least but at least the British got the little treats and shit. So
Yeah, that
not
is
mad about
fun.
that.
That is fun. So yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, Jesus, man. It's just.
You want
Uh,
to speak or what?
sorry. I'm there. So, because I know what match we're about to talk about, and this is an awesome match. Just because of the ending. So, Kyle Fletcher and Mark
Yeah.
Davis, Aussie Open versus Better Than You, Baby. Um, so there's a couple things you can watch: the watch party and the watch along. Those cover the event pretty well, so we're not gonna
Damn, how
really
many
like.
times we want to plug that?
Yeah,
How many
seriously,
times we want to
like
plug
for
on that?
real. Like we don't really need to really break this down spot for spot because it's done on two separate fucking shows. So
We really don't have to break like the whole match because
no,
the one thing I would say is that yes, this was a okay. So here's how I'm gonna do it. Right, I'm gonna say this. This was the main event prequel.
yes,
This is going to play into the main event. This match was sports entertainment at its finest. To be fair,
yes, it was, yes, it was,
but
it
it
was.
was actually worth it though.
Yeah,
It was worth it.
we got a kangaroo kick and we got a double clothesline, and that won them the match. It's all you need to know. By the way, the kangaroo kick is just the best like drop kick one from WrestleMania 19 in the business. So that's all it was. But yeah, it was funny. It's funnier than shit. The crowd went nuts for it. MJF and Adam Cole, the new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, and I about
Like
blew
what the
my
fuck?
voice out on the watch along. So there you go. That was fun. Yeah, it was a
Bro,
fun time.
but I'm gonna say this. At what cost was this moment? It cost, like, to be fair, this had a price to pay because it cost us a Aussie Open tag team reign.
It did, but it didn't because at this point, I think they have obligations for New Japan, so that's probably why they lost here. I would imagine.
I think, I because I don't know if this, because I did hear that something about Aussie Open and they kind of left New Japan, but I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah,
I
but they
could be
still have
wrong, but
commitments, I'm sure. I doubt that they're like totally fucking done. I mean, they're still a part of the United Empire. They even have the logo on the
yeah,
graphics, so I don't know about that. We'll
I
see
mean
though.
yeah, but
We'll
oh,
see.
but like the thing is that it did cost us look a probably a good title run, but at the same time there was it was for the moment. I was happy as shit.
I was
So
happier than shit, yeah, man. I was for it. And yes, at what cost? Aussie Open will be fine. For the story's
yeah,
sake, MJF and Cole needed to win here.
yeah.
So yeah, seven-time world champion Mercedes Moné was shown watching the action in the stadium seats, so they did mention her.
Money.
They're definitely bringing her in if they're showing her as much as they do. So yeah, Jim Ross joined the broadcast booth for the second half of the 0 hour. So for the
Dun, dun,
record,
dun,
man, yeah,
dun, dun, dun.
for the record, man, like this fucking pre-show and 0 hour, man, this hyped me up for the fucking show. I was like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go. We get this match
Can we
and
just
this.
appreciate?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, can we just appreciate the fucking arena
Yeah,
and how
fucking.
beautiful it looked?
It's awesome
Cause
arena.
like,
Awesome fucking
cause I
arena.
said this during the watch party on the FTW side of things. I was saying it that this shit look beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
here's some reasons why. Because if you look at taller WrestleManias, good stage and all type of shit, but it doesn't have vibrant colors. With this setup in the stage and everything, the colors pop the fuck out. The
Yeah.
white, the blue, everything. It was just like, damn. Like
Lovely, yeah.
the lighting from the sky and the whites and all that type of shit, it
It was dope.
feels so fucking refreshing.
It was awesome, yeah.
Plus this kind of looks like the plus this kind of feels like the fucking Tokyo Dome a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Good arena. All things said. Good arena.
Beautiful fucking setup, bro.
Yeah, really
Love
good.
it. I wanted to.
You wanted
bring
to
a tear It brought a tear to my eye, bro. I wanted to cry.
it was fucking awesome, wasn't it? Then we had Jack Perry arrived in a limo.
Your favorite guy?
Jack Perry exited the vehicle.
Nigga thought he was JBL, bro. Thought he was JBL, bro.
Yeah. He held up the FTW Championship. Hook walked up to the ramp, and the two began brawling. Hook hurled Jack Perry across the hood of the vehicle. Hook sent Jack Perry into the open limo door, exposed Hook to the top of the car. Jack Perry channeled RVD. This Rolling Thunder was dope from the car.
Really good.
That was a really good Rolling Thunder. Hook planted Perry with a fisherman suplex on windshield. Yep. Yeah, just skip right over that. Jack Perry fired back with a DDT on Hook, coast to coast, and yeah, that was cool. Or teased coast to coast, but didn't do it. Perry crunched Hook.
Me coast to coast. But this man teased me so bad. I'm like, God damn it, bro. Ruined my day.
Yeah, I wanted to see a Van Terminator, but you know, Hook rallied, and then they traded German suplex, and then there was a T-bone counter by Hook, and then he got nailed with he nailed Hook with a Tiger Driver. Hook dodged a moonsault. Hook bashed Perry with the trash can onto the skull that locked into Red Drum, and that was all she wrote. Your new FTW champion, Hook.
Homeboy really locked it in and said you're trash. He just hit him with a trash can, just basically saying that you're trash. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, this was actually a pretty good fucking match. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, it was a really good match. Yeah.
But I have some complaints.
Go ahead.
One of my complaints is that I wanted to see that fucking shit, the fucking coast to coast. I love that move so fucking much because it's so fucking cool to see. But my other well, this is not really a complaint, but for a FTW match, this was really tame.
Yeah, it was tame.
So, which I kind of get though, but at the same time, I was like, damn. Right. But yeah, like this was a solid match. I thought this match was going to be an All Out because there's already a stacked card for All In, but we got it.
You know what though? I am fucking beyond happy for Hook and Taz though for getting that moment for the FTW title in front of 80,000 people though. That is fucking awesome. That is really cool.
So I get that for real.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm cool with it. I agree. I agree with the decision by AEW here.
Yeah, I do too.
So yeah, then Nigel McGuinness I think swapped out with Taz after Taz gushed about his son, probably celebrating with him in the back. I don't blame him at all.
He said, brother,
I'm your father. I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you. I'm your father. Nigel McGuinness joined the broadcast booth for the next match, and then that was the pay-per-view commentary team for that. Then we had the Real World Championship match, Samoa Joe versus CM Punk. Big spots of the match. I'll just go over them quickly. Samoa Joe does a goddamn giant swing through the goddamn bottom part of the announce table, channeling Ring of Honor series, and just absolutely disintegrated onto Punk, cutting him open. Really good shit. And then, yeah, just really good fucking match here. Like, these two fucking put on a hell of an opener, especially with what we know now. And holy shit, dude, he breaks out the Pepsi fucking plunge. I couldn't believe it. He did it from the top fucking rope, bro. The fucking Pepsi plunge. Let's go.
I was not ready for him to bust that shit out, bro. But like, part of me was like, what if he busts out the Pepsi plunge? Then he did. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he
what the
did,
fuck?
bro. That was dope, man. That was awesome. What a great fucking, what a great way to fucking end it, man. That was awesome.
Bro, he didn't end it with the GTS. He ended with the Pepsi plunge. That fucking like got me like, holy shit.
Yeah, the fucking
That's fucking awesome.
Hogan homages were nuts too. That was hilarious, man. The fucking Cena.
He was doing the John Cena.
He did the John Cena comeback, yeah, and then he hit the leg drop, and then Joe kicked out at one, and he went, "You." That was awesome, yeah. I loved every bit of that, and then he hit him with that fucking scoop power slam. Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm ready for this.
That man was going crazy, bro.
I thought he was going to go for a figure four leg lock, and then he kept turning around. I'm like, oh shit, he's doing Terry Funk spinning tall. That's dope. So yeah, that was cool. I think at one point Joe
to my eye. I'm like, damn.
He did that, and then I think Joe did a tribute to Bray with the clothesline, and then followed that immediately up with the senton bomb, much like Rey Mysterio did on SmackDown. So that was dope. Yeah, so those were like the big spots of the match. Obviously, you know, Joe's a great Samoa submission expert. He was great. He did his Samoa submission machine thing. But yeah, awesome match. Really good opener. Solid. I give it like 4 stars. Like, really solid fucking to open this card. Like, I mean, main card. I mean, I think the tag match was like 3.5. I think the hook match was actually also a 4. With Perry. So yeah, all things considered, we are already starting off out of the gate with some pretty damn good matches. So what did you think?
We're starting off hot, bro.
Yeah,
that was a good opener. And
yeah.
from what we learned about, you know, what happened backstage, it kind of surprised me that they actually went out.
It had as good of a match that they did. Yeah, it really is fucking wild.
So like,
yeah.
Mad respect to them, especially Samoa Joe for literally going crazy. Like, bro, what the fuck you doing?
We got a match to have. We need to have this match before anything happens. Yeah,
like, bro, I need you right now, man. Can you please just do me a favor? You're like, oh, hi, man. And then went crazy.
Then we had a great trios match here. The Golden Elite, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Kota Ibushi versus... by the way, holy shit, the balls on TK. I ain't even gonna hold you. Because he had Hook and Punk, and that didn't end so great. But then the Elite and the Young Bucks. All pretty much back to back to back to back. So, can't say he has...
They're probably sorry to him, but like, whatever, bro.
Yeah. Don Callis joined the broadcast team for the booth. I am going to actually have to read this one out because there was so many spots in this match. This shit went crazy. So I will give this match the time of day a little bit. But Omega and Hangman ping pong Juice with chops. Ibushi tagged in and Juice immediately tagged out to Jay. Ibushi tried to go for a roundhouse kick, but Jay ducked it. Jay smashed Ibushi with forearms, but Ibushi didn't dodge. Ibushi blasted Switchblade with a hard fucking kick. Takeshita entered the fray, but Omega took him down with a Hurricane Rana. Omega wiped out Takeshita, and then Jay White hit the Terminator dive. And Jay White with the Terminator dive, rather. Ibushi and Takeshita squared off with an exchange of forearms, which Takeshita absolutely damn near knocked out Ibushi with. Hangman grabbed the tag, and Page cleaned house with Juice on Juice's Switchblade. Hangman hit Jay and White with a dive from the top rope for a near fall. Jay White escaped the Deadeye attempt. Ibushi tagged in and nailed White with a standing moonsault press. Ibushi, Omega, and Page triple team Jay White. Ibushi planted Jay White with a German suplex for a near fall. Jay White rallied back, spiking Ibushi with the Uranage.
Jesus Christ, that.
I love that Uranage.
Go on.
It was awesome.
Yes.
His
Uranages are fucking beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I said on the watch along, Dwayne Johnson, eat your heart out. It's best rock bottom in the business. Omega and Takeshita tag in for their respective teams. Omega dished out Snapdragon suplexes all around. Takeshita was there to wallop Omega with a Blue Thunder Bomb for a near fall. Omega cracked Takeshita with the Poison Rana. Omega, or Hangman was looking for the buckshot lariat, but the Guns jumped on the apron. Page knocked him down to the floor and took him out with a moonsault. By the way, all people did moonsaults. Ibushi botched his initially, but he still did it from the fucking bottom rope, which was crazy. Then Kenny did it from the second rope, and then, fucking, yeah, Hangman did it from the top. It was cool. So yeah, there you go. And then Page knocked him down to the floor. Page went for the buckshot lariat on Takeshita, but Jay White shoved Takeshita out of the way, and he took the brunt of the buckshot lariat. Switchblade then sent Page flying with a half-and-half suplex. Ibushi rocked Jay White with a running knee strike. Juice Robinson scored with a leg lariat on Ibushi, which was the Harlem sidekick, but Omega was there to facepalm and dunk Juice onto the mat with a Kotaro Crusher, and then Takeshita decimated Ibushi with a jumping knee strike. And by the way, this was like Jorge Masvidal level fucking goddamn knee strike. This was clean by Takeshita. What a fucking sequence by all these guys. Ibushi in dire straits, said Jim Ross. Hangman and Takeshita with blindside buckshot lariat. Jay White was trying for a Blade Runner, but Omega escaped and countered with a massive knee strike. Omega cracked Juice with a knee strike. Omega countered with a V-trigger on Jay White. Out of nowhere, Takeshita rolled up Omega for the pin. Did you see that? We just changed the world, said Don Callis, and that was the end of the match. Bullet Club Gold and Takeshita with the win. Awesome fucking six-man. Holy shit.
Takeshita could officially say he knocked out Ishii and Kota Ibushi, bro.
Yeah, he's tougher than shit. Yeah.
Remember what he did to Ishii?
Yeah, dude.
Indoor?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Bro, I called that and I said, I literally went Chris Tucker. I said, you got knocked the fuck out.
Bro. And now Kota on the list. But
yeah,
this was a really good fucking six-man. This was a really good six-man. And I would say this. Takeshita needs to have a Water World match against somebody from New Japan or fucking Noah. Because I feel like because the thing is, he's still a part of the DDT roster. So I don't know if they're ever going to do another cyber fight for Noah, DDT, and Tokyo Joshi Pro, but I want to see him like at least 1-on-1 against somebody, but at least we're going to have a 1-on-1 match between him and Kenny Omega, which I am excited for.
Yeah, that's going to be happening at All Out. This is pretty much the setup for it. I really enjoyed how they set it up. It was really, really well done. Storytelling, and you had a great match to boot. I give this 4 1/4. What would you give this? Because this match was fucking nuts.
I'll give this a Killer Kamigoye attitude. God,
yeah,
but
dude,
that
knee strike by Takeshita was wild. I mean, he knocked out Omega too with that fucking knee strike. Let's not kid ourselves. He knocked him loopy. No doubt in my mind, he knocked him loopy. All right, so
Jesus Christ, bro.
Then we follow that up with this fucking tag match. AEW World Tag Team Championship match. FTR, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood versus the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. Bro, first off, Young Bucks come out with homage to Freddie Mercury. There was dueling chants for Let's Go Young Bucks and FTR. It was really good shit. It was awesome. This match, I'm only going to say this. Go out of your way to watch this because some of the fucking shit that they pull out. The storytelling was brilliant, and the match was really fucking good between these two teams, including JR. JR said this is an outstanding match. JR was loving every second of this. Really good shit overall. I will go over the fucking near falls because the near falls were crazy. So, Cash does what he did at Full Gear 2020. Does the fucking shooting, the 450 splash, springboard 450, which he is
I
so
need
good
him
at
to
doing.
land it at least,
Yeah,
bruh. This man, when I need to see him do it and actually connect with it, because I swear to God, for somebody like him, no flips, just fists, and him doing that, he does it perfect,
it's
bruh. I
so
swear to gosh,
good, bro. He does it
bro. I'm gonna
so
say this.
good.
I'm gonna say this. Sorry for doing this, but like this is why I'm more of a fan of Cash than Dax, bro. Because Cash,
And even then,
he's
like
the
Dax is great wrestler because as a singles
he's a
he's had
great,
kick ass matches, but like
yeah.
Cash, man,
But Cash is the perfect wrestler, bro. I
he
love this
is.
man.
He is
Damn, bro.
awesome fucking shit here. And then because he misses it, super kicked and sweet chin music style with the super kick by Nick or Matt, one of the two, and then they cover and he kicked out, and then.
And then,
Oh wait, no, that was even before this falls finish. So in the second match, if you recall, so this is before the 451.
mhm.
The FTR, they went for the same move that they did on the unbox, where they did the FTR trigger, the BTE trigger, and then they fucking kiss him on the cheek, like they did last time,
Yeah.
and then they hit the fucking shadow machine, kick out at 2. After all that happens, crowd is chanting, "This is awesome." They're chanting "Fight Forever" at one point.
Please do.
And then the Young Bucks are thinking Meltzer Driver, but FTR countered with the Shadow Machine on Nick. And it was a springboard type of Shadow Machine because he was originally going for the fucking Meltzer Driver, but then Dax at like the last possible second like moves Matt out of the fucking way, and then he's like, fuck. And then he bounces, and then they catch him. Boom. Fucking Shadow Machine. 1, 2, 3. What a fucking finish. What a finish. 4.5 for me. This match ruled. What a fucking trilogy. FTR goated. And
FTR
Cash
is
got the
gonna
fucking pin, by the way. Cash got the pin. So, I guess
bro.
that court case is over, huh? There you go.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I feel like, man, I feel like everybody who saw us about the whole court case, everybody knew that like this was this match was gonna be in trouble. But
Yeah.
I guess after everything settled and everybody understands why, they're like, you know what, bro, catch that dude. He's a real one. He knows he knows them guys in Florida is fucking wild.
Yep.
So he had to keep it strapped, and guess what? He was still strapped up in this match, bro, because they knew he was going to go crazy.
Yeah,
But this was
they pulled out the big guns in a metaphorical sense. Yeah, these guys
yes,
fucking killed it here.
I
Absolutely
swear,
killed it.
I love this fucking match. They are literally the perfect wrestling tag team.
Yeah.
They are old school,
Yeah.
which is not a bad thing, but they are like still modern. So it's like
They're a modern take on the old school way of tag team, yeah.
yes.
I mean, FTR goaded. I mean, American Alpha trilogy goaded. DIY trilogy goaded. Briscoe's trilogy goaded. Young Bucks trilogy goaded. I mean, you cannot tell me that these guys are not the greatest of all time at this point. Because every trilogy that they've ever had has been phenomenal, outstanding tag team wrestling every single time.
Especially the Briscoes one. The Briscoes. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is not my favorite trilogy.
No, no, but it's
My favorite
definitely
is
up there.
Briscoes,
It's
but it is
definitely
up
up
there.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, like those are the best trilogies that FTR's had. Definitely probably third best because the DIY ones are just that's gonna be so hard to top.
mine's is the Briscoes one because the Briscoes one was fucking nuts.
Yeah, no, the Briscoes is my favorite too. Because I'm saying like DIY and FTR are like
Yeah, I
number
know,
2, I think. So
which I respect that.
yeah, really good fucking. They're goated. I mean, fucking 10-time tag team champions at this point. They did the double.
That's
They are fucking
insane.
phenomenal, man. They're fucking phenomenal. They're without a doubt the best tag team in wrestling. And Young Bucks did the right thing, man, putting him over. I mean, props to them because most people, we given them a lot of shit for how they handled the Punk situation, but even then, like, at least they had
It's
enough
still
sense to
professional
realize, like,
wrestlers.
yeah, okay, we're EVPs. This would look bad on us, and it would have done more damage to us than it would, stop your guys' momentum.
They did play into it though.
Yeah.
The
Of course they did. Yeah. So they won. Good fucking awesome match. Great shit. Thumbs up. 4.5. What about you? Do you give this a rating? I know you always give random ass ratings. So what do you
I
give?
give this a fucking like 10 out of 10.
Yeah, awesome shit.
Yes.
Really good fucking matchup. Go out of your way to watch this one from start to finish. John, now we move on to Stadium Stampede. We have John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club, along with Born Nasty with Mike Santana and Ortiz, versus Eddie Kingston, Penta El Zero Miedo, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, and Chuck Taylor. So yeah, this is the match. Tony Schiavone joined the broadcast team for the match after swapping out with JR, which was probably smart that they kind of did this for the guy because I think he just kind of wanted to enjoy the show at this point, and JR doesn't need to be out that long, and I'm glad he's starting to recognize that now. He's a legend. He'll always be a legend. Kingston charges straight. I do have to read like literally every spot because there were some spots we missed because the camera cuts were crazy. But this match was chaotic, and I love it, and it was fucking brutal. So, let's get onto it. Kingston charges straight for Claudio. Both teams are paired off and brawl around the ring. Bell rings were underway. Santana and Ortiz and the Best Friends trade strikes in the ring. Call back to their original parking lot brawl on Dynamite. And a parking lot brawl is how this all began between those two. And a parking lot brawl is how the fucking BCC and the Best Friends got as volatile as it did. Moxley used a branding iron on his opponents. Nice little shout to Terry Funk there. Penta smacked Santana and Ortiz with the steel chair. Penta dropped both of them with sling blades. Moxley planted Penta with a cutter. He followed up with a paradigm shift on Penta. Moxley pulled out skewers, but Penta whacked Moxley with a steel chair. Penta spiked him with skewers on the top of his fucking head. And followed up with a Made in Japan while the skewers are still fucking sticking out of his head, bro. What the fuck?
Stop being squeamish, little bitch.
Bro, if it, like, this could have been so dangerous because if he fucking landed even slightly wrong, the skewer would have went right through his head. Like, I was fucking terrified, bro.
Stop being a pussy, bro.
I'm just saying. I got scared. Claudio and Kingston brawl throughout the concourse. Mike Santana powerbombed Penta onto 2 steel chairs in the ring. Moxley mauled Orange Cassidy with a fork, Abdul the Butcher style. Orange was busted wide open. He was squeezing juice.
Orange was leaking throughout this whole match. Bro.
Yeah, bro, he was bleeding more so than Moxley was, by the way. Moxley planted Orange with a brainbuster onto a steel chair. Moxley raked a barbed wire board onto Trent's face. Ortiz cracked Trent with a kendo stick and wrapped the barbed wire. Kingston jabbed Wheeler with Wheeler Yuta with an umbrella to the mouth, which was fucking gnarly. Jesus Christ. Santana and Ortiz powerbombed Trent into a ladder of the corner. Moxley sent Trent flying into a plank covered in barbed wire. Ortiz splashed Trent for a near fall. Moxley then spiked Trent with a pile driver onto the ring steps. Ortiz continued to attack Orange with a fork to the head. A white minivan pulled up, and it was Trent's mom, Sue. Mox kissed her like a fucking weird freak, and which, by the way, I mean, I don't know how Renee's gonna feel about that. And then Trent began smashing the BCC with trays of Sue's cookies. Poor cookies, man! How dare you? Music began to rumble, and Penta Oscuro came out to the entrance. Penta looking for revenge for what was done to his brother, said Excalibur. Penta and Santana traded stiff shots on top of a ladder, and then the ladder collapsed under the two's weight, but Penta climbed, like, right back up like fucking Spider-Man, and smashed Santana with a sunset flip powerbomb through the two tables, which was a gnarly spot. By the way, these ladders, tables, I do have to point out, all UK style tables and ladders. Love that touch. Just got to point that out there. And then we had Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends swarmed Wheeler Yuta in the ring. Ortiz punched Chuck Taylor with a baking sheet shots. Wheeler Yuta pulled out a screwdriver and charged at Chuck Taylor, Kenny Omega style, but Taylor dodged the attack, and Chuck planted Wheeler with an awful waffle after a Soul Foods, which was the Omega driver, by the way. But Claudio jumped back into the ring and broke up the pin. Moxley rocketed out of the ring, through the ropes, and straight at Chuck Taylor. Claudio grabbed Orange Cassidy and put him in a giant swing. Trent superplexed Ortiz off the top turnbuckle through the arena onto the arena floor. Cassidy clocked Claudio with 3 orange punches for a near fall. Orange wrapped tape around his fist, broke a bottle into buckets, and then placed the fist in there. Orange pulled out his taped fist, and it was covered in broken glass. Moxley dropped Orange with the right hand before Orange could do any damage to Claudio. Orange DDT'd Mox into the broken glass. Claudio hoisted up Orange and pulped him with a European uppercut. Jesus Christ, what a fucking phrase that is. Eddie Kingston marched to the ring with a steel chair wrapped in barbed wire like Terry Funk. Battering anyone in his path, Kingston smacked Claudio repeatedly with the chair. Moxley pulled the chair out of Kingston's hands, and they have a bloody stare down. Mox was looking for the paradigm shift, but Kingston countered with a spinning back fist. Kingston tackled Moxley through a table. Orange connected with the broken glass. Orange punched to Claudio and hit him with the pin for the win. And after the match, holy smokes, he won it, says Shivani. Kingston flips off Moxley as they are entangled in the barbed wire board.
That was cute.
Great little homage to Foley and Funk there.
Bro.
I love this match.
This match was just crazy.
I love this match.
I was a bit skeptical about this match because usually Stadium Stampede is like inside of an empty stadium.
Yeah.
But the way they worked it up though was fucking crazy. This was pretty fucking good. This was really fucking good.
This was awesome. I love that they channeled the Taipei death match as well. I was really not expecting Orange Cassidy to channel the likes of the Rotten Brothers, but okay. Fair enough. Orange punch with a loaded fucking fist. That was dope.
Like, that was...
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say, this whole match... Penta Oscuro, I wish the Penta Toscoro gimmick would have stayed a little bit longer because I actually liked it a lot.
I do too. I thought when he came out, the crowd popped too as Penta Oscuro.
Especially his theme. That shit was a fire. But
yeah, it was fucking fire. Yeah.
Yeah, but what was I about to say? This was Chaos at its finest. The fact that Orange Cassidy got the pin is even fucking crazy.
Yeah, man.
Like, what the
ruled.
fuck?
This ruled, man.
And how put it? The one thing I would say, this was really well done.
Yeah.
And the ending, Superman punch with the tape full of glass, is the craziest thing I wasn't even expecting that, but he pulled it out, and that threw me off. And then all of a sudden, like, Kingston had enough of shit.
Yeah, and he came out with a barbed wire chair, man. That was
this
nuts.
man came out looking. Remember when Eddie Kingston just like. Remember when he walked in with the fucking gasoline tank?
Yes, I do. That's exactly what it kind of reminded me of, yeah.
Yes, like it reminded me of that. But man, this match was fucking chaos. Like I loved
it. I loved every second of it, yeah.
Fucking spear on the fucking board and just flip them off. That's
That was
perfect.
awesome. Yeah. Well, I give this like a 4.25. Also, this was fun. This was just so much fun. What would you give this?
Th- This was too fun to even rate, so I don't even. So I'm just leave it at fucking
Yeah, middle finger out of 10.
yeah. It's a middle
There
finger
you
out of
go.
10. That shit was crazy.
There you go. That was awesome. So yeah, then we got the Fatal 4-Way for the AEW Women's World Championship match. Hikaru Shida, who is the champion going in. I will say, a lot of people are like, Hikaru Shida just won the belt. It's not about how long the reign is in this case. Number one, Hikaru Shida deserved that fucking moment because she deserved to come out in front of 80,000 people after being the fucking pandemic champion, okay? So the fact that she came in as champion, that was her moment. That was awesome. I loved it. So yeah. And she fought Saraya, Tony Storm, and Dr. Britt Baker. DMD. Saraya made her
Cringe.
entrance with her fucking family with We Will Rock You playing by Queen. Holy shit. Wow. I mean, you knew who was going to win in this. And then Tony Storm walked to the ring with God Save the Queen echoing throughout Wembley, and the crowd was singing that. Saraya and Storm worked together in tandem. And then things started breaking down when Tony accidentally hit her mother. Oh boy.
My mother.
And then the rest of the match is pretty much just a Fatal 4-Way match. This is a really good Fatal 4-Way match, but as good as the Fatal 4-Way match is, it's the ending that you all came for it. So let's get to it. Shida walloped Saraya with a katana kick, but Baker broke up the pin attempt, and Baker was trying to apply the lockjaw on Shida. But then Saraya grabbed a can of spray paint and sprayed it into Tony Storm's eyes, and then Saraya spiked Storm with the nightcap and pinned her 1, 2, fucking 3. Holy shit, the pop this got. Saraya, keep in mind, folks, her career over. Was not meant to fucking come back. She got fucking medically cleared. She came back. She's in AEW. And we even said it on, I don't even know how many shows. Saraya had to win this because otherwise, what are you doing this match for, number one? This had to be the big fuck you to the WWE for keeping her on the shelf for as long as they did. And she
I
won.
feel like this moment was supposed to be for Jamie Hayter, but you know.
Honestly, though, I'm so happy for Saraya. I think
What?
this was the right call. This, like, all things considered, if you think of all of wrestling history, yes, everybody's like, well, it doesn't make booking sense. Fuck the booking for a second. There are times where moments happen, and moments happen for a reason. Saraya in Wembley winning the world title was the only way to go.
You know what this actually feels like? This feels like when CM Punk first won the AEW world title.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, back when he was a fan
homeboy
favorite, yeah.
came yeah, homeboy came back after all this shit to finally win the big one. Saraya has the same story too.
Yeah, man.
So
And
this
really,
was
like, and really, like, just in general, her whole fucking story has been well documented. And now she came back. She's wrestling, and she won. It's nuts. It's fucking crazy good, man. And I
but
loved it.
but I just hope she doesn't make her interest and jump in the crowd and fuck up his
Yeah,
leg.
let's hope. Let's hope, right? Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was the
That shit was
downfall.
hilarious. That
Yeah.
was funny and unfortunate, but that was more like fucking hilarious too. Because what the fuck,
After,
bro?
by the way, he's been told multiple times by security not to do that.
Yeah, he just couldn't help it.
Yeah, but he has a problem. I will say it is funny that he has a problem with Jack Perry fucking having problems with safety. Just saying, there is a little bit of hypocrisy there. I will say, Phil,
Yeah,
you just saying there, just saying there. Although I'll give you a little slack there because you had a fucking rough week as it was. Darby Allin and Sting versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage. I mean, by the way, the big entrances keep coming. So, fucking Swerve and Cage. First off, so here's Swerve's entrance. He's getting wrapped to the ring by the guy who raps his theme, and Nana's doing Swerve. I swerve when I drive. I swerve when I drive. I swerve when I drive. It was dope, man.
Homie over here just.
Yeah, bro, he's fucking digging it, bro. Yeah, do the woo for you. And then he went, whose house? And the whole 80,000 people said Swerve's house in unison. Unison, bro. Wild. Wild. Christian Cage then comes out, and his countdown clock is Clock Tower. Awesome touch. Mwah! Comes out. He's the TNT champion, even though it's Luchasaurus, but he's the holder of the gold as Luchasaurus defends it for him. It's great. Love this gimmick. Love the Lord of the Rings shit. And then the video plays for Darby and Sting, and Sting acts like a fucking British guy, and he's Joker Stinged out, and he says, "It's showtime." Lights come back on, and then all of a sudden. Seek and fucking destroy! Let's go! I couldn't believe it! Holy shit, bro. Fucking Seek and Destroy plays over the PA system. The crowd absolutely loses their fucking mind. Sting comes out to his WCW music with fucking Darby Allin. Holy fucking shit. They come, they're doing their shit. It's wild, bro. Wild. The match at this point is a mute point. By the way, this match is also like a 4-star match, by the way. The women's match was like at least 3 3/4. Because they actually had the best women's match, I think, in a while. So, we're firing on all cylinders still, match-wise. But, like, just that moment was enough. Go out of your way to watch this because it was wild. We did a whole call on it and a watch-along, Jeff Meacham-wise, if you want to hear the commentary. There's a watch party where Zero and Casey call it as well. Like, just enjoying the fucking shit. Wild fucking match. Cringiest spots of the match, I will say. Darby doing the goddamn coffin drop out of the coffin with nobody there was fucking brutal. Brutal looking. Apparently, from what I've heard people in the arena say, it sounded like a gum went off when he fucking landed on that casket. Like, that was a loud thud. And that's an 80,000 fucking seat building. What the fuck? Brutal spot. And then, fucking Sting hits Scorpion Death Drop on Christian. Just the fact that Christian and Sting were facing off as well. We talked about Saraya earlier.
Oh my god, TNA vibes,
yeah, TNA for the NWA title, if you remember those days. And also, not even just that, but like, Sting, his career was said to be over. Christian, his career was said to be over. They were in front of 80,000 people having a stare down. Wild. But yeah, Swerve body slams Sting off the top of the coffin. He hits a 450 splash on the coffin, but Sting rolled out of the way. By the way, Swerve hit a great double stomp on the coffin. It was great. And then Sting rolled out of the way. Darby got gouged Christian Cage in the eyes. Swerve nailed Strickland with a Scorpion Death Drop on top of the coffin, which was a brutal looking spot also. And then Darby smashed Swerve with the coffin drop onto the lid as Swerve was trying to get out. And then they shut the coffin lid. The coffin lid shut on him, and Sting and Darby win the coffin match. Dope. I mean, the match was awesome too, but this match was fucking, like, the moment for me was just Seek and Destroy, bro. Seek and Destroy. That was awesome. Oh man, I love wrestling. This is why I love wrestling.
This is basically the WrestleMania, to be honest with you, bro.
Yeah,
because,
dude.
Holy shit. They was going all out for these entrances.
And the funny thing is, it wasn't super duper extravagant either. And it still popped the crowd, man.
You don't need no
Like,
goddamn fucking like choir or whatever
I
to
will
have
say they
like
used all
certain
their
music.
pyro
Or,
budget on the show. Holy shit.
oh hell yeah, that power budget was through the roof.
Yeah, dude,
Like
for sure.
you be thinking Cody Rhodes coming out or some shit.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Like, what the
Uh,
fuck?
but yeah, fucking Fozzy played Jericho to the ring as Jericho sang Judas. This is a weird entrance, I will say. Didn't really work out great on TV.
Oh
But
yeah,
just the
but
fact that Jericho came out to Judas and he's playing a live version of Judas and the crowd is singing along with him is like, holy shit. Apparently that you could hear everyone bellow out every lyric. They were singing along with him. So it didn't matter if Jericho sang it like shit because he was walking. It didn't fucking matter. The crowd ate this shit up. They ate this shit up, bro. It was nuts. So yeah, Chris Jericho versus IWGP United Kingdom Heavyweight Champion Will Ospreay with Don Callis, Sammy Guevara in the corner of Jericho. Fucking the fact that Ospreay came out to Elevated, I was so fucking hyped. I was so happy he's back to use that Elevated. Elevated to the sky. By the way, the crowd sang every lyric to this song. Also,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
he's the hometown hero here. It's so obvious. I'm gonna call this right now. This was 5 stars. Everybody that thought Jericho and Ospreay was not gonna deliver in the ring, man, did Jericho make us eat our fucking words. 5 all day for this shit. Seriously, like this match fucking ruled. Jericho took down Will with a shoulder tackle. Ospreay drop kicked Jericho. Ospreay followed up with a sky twister press to Jericho on the floor. Perfectly executed every time. Ospreay and Jericho exchanged forearms. Jericho caught Ospreay flush in the face with a springboard dropkick. Jericho followed up with a sliding baseball dropkick. Jericho rocked Will with a German suplex on the ring apron. Straight jacket, by the way, German suplex on the fucking apron. I hadn't seen him do that in a long while. Ospreay rallied back with a corkscrew kick to Jericho. He followed up with a standing shooting star press to Jericho while he was hung up on the ropes for a near fall. Jericho had a lot left in the tank, though, and Will took a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. Frankensteiner, classic Jericho. Lion Salt was countered by Ospreay. Ospreay followed up with a shooting star press on Jericho. Oh, this is the one where he was draped across the ropes, I guess. I mean, he hit 2 different ones. Then Jericho came back with a code breaker on the aerial assassin after, by the way, he hit the fucking backstabber. So he hit a backstabber into the code breaker. I love that little fucking combo. That
That
was
was
awesome.
crazy.
Love it. Will Ospreay hit the block to Judas Effect and countered with a hook kick to Jericho, which was a fucking clean counter, by the way. Will spiked Jericho with the Oz Cutter for a near fall. Jericho countered with the Stormbreaker and put Will in the walls of Jericho, and Don Callis jumped up on the
Was on the
ring
wall.
apron. While the ref was dealing with Don Callis, though, Sammy hit Will in the head with the Jericho's bat. And so the heel tactics were foiled by the other heel tactics by Jericho and Sammy. Jericho charged at Will, but Will countered with the no. Okay, so he hit Will in the head with Jericho's bat as he's locked into the walls of fucking Jericho, and Jericho pulls him back into the ring. And Aubrey's doing the fucking hand thing, but he comes back to life somehow. That neck training would be crazy, and he fucking gets the ropes. Then afterwards, Jericho charged at Will, but Will countered into a brutal-looking Spanish fly, and it was clean, too. Jericho stunned Will with a codebreaker. Jericho hit Will's Os Cutter. I couldn't believe it. He pulled out a fucking
That
Os
was
Cutter.
crazy.
I couldn't believe Jericho
I was like, what the
actually
fuck,
pulled it
bro?
off. I'm like, wow, okay, all right, 50 fucking year old Jericho hit the springboard cutter, all right. And then Jericho nailed Will with a low blow and then cracked him in the head with the Judas Effect for a near fall. Ospreay choked Jericho with a combination of Judas Effect and Hidden Blade. And then Will followed up with a Stormbreaker on Jericho. I think before that as well, Jericho tried to hit that fucking clothesline into the fucking powerbomb spot that Will did to Hiroki Goto at the fucking Rev Pro show, the anniversary show the night before.
Uh-huh.
It was slightly sloppy, but it still looked brutal, so the effect was the same. So I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm just gonna call it that he counted it into a fucking like release jackknife. So I'm cool with it. Jericho refusing to quit, said Nigel, and he said, "Come on, you bitch. Hit me in the face. Don't hit me in the back. Hit me in the fucking face. Do it." Will rocks Jericho with the meanest hidden blade I've seen him ever hit. And then hit him with a second Stormbreaker and pinned Jericho with a definitive W. After the match, Sammy helped up Jericho, but the dejected Jericho just pushed Sammy away because he was just so disappointed in himself. What a fucking match. Holy shit. I mean, no words of how good this fucking match was. Seriously. Like, this is what I mean by, like, like, any match that fucking Ospreay has with anybody, like, it's the fucking best match. Every time. And even then, I think this was the best wrestling match out of the whole fucking night. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel about this. This is five all day for me.
This match was okay. I guess because I was a bit
Tired?
what's going on, yeah. I didn't give it no love.
I go back and watch this shit, man, because he was fucking... This match was really fucking good. I think the crowd made it, too. I think the crowd absolutely helped with it a little bit.
Yeah. So, like, this was an okay match to me. So
there you go. What would you rate it out of 10?
Jericho's fucking Oz cutter, the freaking Judas cutter.
I will say, dude, the fact that he did hit it, he also landed on the back of his head. I was surprised he didn't concuss himself.
I'm like, bro, you getting too old for this shit.
But he did do it. I'll give him credit, man. He pulled it off.
Yeah, he did.
So there you go. After them, so then Nigel McGuinness was in the ring with a microphone. London, England, what a moment, what a night. 81,035 fans. Tonight, we made a new world record in pro wrestling paid attendance.
Congratulations.
Fucking awesome shit, man.
I can't wait until WWE be fucking petty for WrestleMania.
And finally host WrestleMania in the UK, yeah.
Nah, not even that. It's the fact that during the build up to All In, they was saying that, oh my god, WWE broke record for a WrestleMania pre-ticket sales, because WrestleMania is coming up soon and all that, and being petty as shit,
As they do.
We have this, so I can't wait for that.
So this was a bare bones match. I will say this is the worst match of the entire night, but that does not mean that this match was not entertaining or good. We then have House Rules match, AEW World Trios Championship match. It's the House of Black, Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King versus the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, and bad with 2 Ds, ass Billy Gunn. So that way they can get away with copyright, you see. Yeah. And then stipulation, they chose, it was the opponent's show, no holds barred. Smartest fucking move they could have done. This is basically just once. It was the smartest move they could have done because trios matches, when they isolate a corner, House of Black were the fucking goats with it, and now they took that advantage away. That was smart strategy. Makes you wonder why they didn't do that the first 2 times, but it's okay.
Babyface syndrome.
Babyface syndrome. But you know what? Good story. Good match. Fun stuff. Fanmaster, Arrival, mic drop, win. House of Black, give the titles to the Acclaimed. Crowd pop huge when they fucking got that dub, man. I mean, another one of those moments where it's like, yes, maybe it doesn't make sense in the long term, but to me, this was the best thing they could have done for the moment. Billy Gunn, for everything he's done for AEW, give him one more championship on the way out in the twilight of his career here. In front of 80,000 people, that was more important, I think, in this case. Awesome shit. 80,000 people, man, and he won one more fucking title. I loved it. I was a sucker for it, man, and they fucking had a giant-ass scissor party to cap that off. A 3-star match, but it was like, it was the weakest of the fucking matches, but it don't matter. It was fucking fun regardless. It was an entertaining match. Entertaining fucking post segment. So, new trios champions.
Yep, this match was. I really didn't care about this match a little bit. But like, it was a feel good moment, which I do approve of. But I'm just like, okay,
Fair enough. Not a fan of the
yeah.
Acclaim. Not a fan of him.
No, I like the Acclaim. It's just the fact that I guess it kind of ran its course a bit because I remember back then they was ruthless on the mic. They didn't give
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fuck. Now it's kind of toned down.
Yeah, a
Just
little bit. It is a little bit toned down.
yeah,
I hope they go back to their old fucking not like heelish, but like I hope they become more ruthless again.
yeah.
I
God
think they
damn,
peaked with
bro.
the Ass Boys. I ain't even gonna hold you because that fucking rap battle I think was like their peak on ruthlessness lately.
Oh,
But
but now I'm just like I'm happy that they finally was tag champs. I'm happy now the trios champs, but that's pretty much it.
so there you go. All right. Well, now we're in the main event. We are pretty much done here after this, and then we'll sign off with our plugs, and then we'll head the heck out of here. So, man of that time, AEW World Championship match, MJF versus Adam Cole, baby. They're in the new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, and they had great entrances. MJF even had a great entrance as he fucking came down like the devil he is. It was dope. Fucking the match between the two friends taking the moment in, displaying good sportsmanship, but it quickly broke down. Cole stomped MJF into the corner after Bryce Remsburg was in MJF's path. Cole then grabbed a handful of MJF's hair and yanked him down, and MJF responded in kind. And then MJF was upset. He also poked him in the eyes. Sportsmanship, my bad. And then he just slapped him in the face, and then it just broke down. Cole attacked
Yeah.
with a thrust kick. We may be friends, but I'm better than you, said Adam Cole. Cole ripped MJF's t-shirt off him. MJF blocked a super kick and scoop slammed Cole. MJF whipped Cole into the turnbuckles. That was a terrible landing on multiple levels. Yeah. MJF hit a dive through the ropes onto Cole. MJF and Cole traded pinfall attempts. Neither man with a clear advantage. Cole stunned MJF with a pump kick. MJF powerbombed Cole onto his outstretched knee. That's always such a gnarly looking spot. MJF looking for the Panama Sunset, but Cole super kicked MJF. Cole nailed MJF with a heat seeker. Cole whipped MJF into the steel ring steps. Cole drilled MJF with a sheer drop bang buster onto the fucking steel ring steps. Bro, this was such a brutal spot.
This man was going
Holy
crazy, bro.
shit, bro. By the way, this is the sports entertainment match on the night, but this match was still fucking dope. Is
Yeah.
Cole concerned about his friend or concerned about MJF being counted out or concerned about MJF being counted out? Now, I will point this out there that I think this didn't come across well, and this is like the one complaint a lot of people have with the match. I think there was hesitation from Cole, and the reason he went into the ring is because he felt bad after he did it, and you could see the trepidation in his face. And the story was, after he did it, he went into the ring, and he was just kind of chilling there. It's like, oh, is he going to be all right? Like, maybe I should just take the count out. Like, the title doesn't mean anything. And MJF made it up at 9.
Yeah. Man made it out and just dies.
Yes, just dies in the middle of the ring. Cole was about to hit the Panama Sunrise again, but MJF couldn't get to his feet and stumbled out of the ring. MJF MJF dismantled on top of the broadcast booth. MJF was going for a tombstone on Cole, but MJF put him down, unable to put his friend through the table. But Cole had no problem hitting a spiked tombstone on him onto the broadcast table, which gave no give because it was a metal goddamn table, and it wasn't those tables in WWE, and the crowd winced in agony from it. Cole rolled MJF back into the ring, but MJF kicked out at 2. MJF then thumbed Cole in the eye. MJF nailed Cole with a rolling elbow strike. Cole fired back with a Canadian Destroyer, but Max retaliated with a last-ditch kick. Both men down flat, exhausted from physical punishment of each other, said Taz. The fans chant, "This is awesome, this is awesome." The champion and challenger called for the double clothesline. They ran into each other, clothesline falling on top of each other. The ref counted 3, and it was declared a draw. Crowd start booing like crazy.
It was
They was
not
so
laying
not
it out.
happy. And then he said, a double pin, it's a draw. We're going to answer. Justin Roberts said the match was a draw. Adam Cole grabbed the microphone and said, no freaking way, Max. 5 more minutes. And MJF said, no. Crowd boos. And then he said, 5 minutes isn't enough, Adam. We're going till we get a fucking winner in Wembley. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. MJF blocks super kick, but then Cole stumbled MJF in the eye. Cole charges at MJF ducked. They trade roll-ups. Adam Cole then inadvertently hits the referee, knocking him down. Bryce Rampage just got decked. He got popped inadvertently there, said Taz. MJF set up with a big grin on his face. It's playtime now for Max now that the referee's down. But MJF grabbed the steel chair and threw it to Adam. Cole threw it back. Neither wanted it. Max placed the chair around his head to make it look like Cole hit him. But then the ref got to his feet and questioned Cole. MJF rolled up Cole for a near fall. MJF with a thrust kick. MJF drilled Cole with a heat seeker. Cole kicked out at 2. Cole nailed MJF with a straight jacket German suplex on the apron. Another straight jacket German. Look at that. Cole spiked MJF with a Panama Sunrise off the apron onto the floor. Cole rolled MJF back into the ring, but MJF kicked out at 2. Cole was setting up for another Panama Sunrise. MJF pulled the ref in Cole's way, and Cole inadvertently hit the ref with the Panama Sunrise.
This spot, sorry,
Yeah.
but this spot was dumb as shit, bro. You could, the moment you land on your feet, you could have just stopped and let him go, but no, you hit him with a. Bro, I'm like, bro.
To be fair, I think Cole was looking at the light. I could see it happening where Cole was looking at the lights because he always does that. He looks at the lights when he's going to jump down to do this. And then I think when MJF timed it like really good, he pulled Bryce right into it. And then by the time he's doing the full rotation for the Sunrise, he sees Bryce Remsburg's legs and he realizes, shit, it's too late. So there is some fucking nuance to that. But yeah, if you don't pay attention to those little nuances, you're like, wow, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, because that had me like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Like you couldn't
I was
stop.
so confused.
I know why, because he wasn't looking to see if he was going for MJF or if he was going for Cole. Because MJF was ducked the whole time, but then he pulled Bryce into it. Yeah. So yeah, it was really
a little goofy.
It did look a little goofy, but I appreciated the fucking the absurdity of it. Yeah. So Bryce is down. MJF then pulled out the Dynamite Diamond ring, but MJF was on the verge of tears, torn, not sure what to do. He pulled the ring off and put it back in his trunks. Out of nowhere, Roderick Strong then comes out and low blows MJF from behind. Roderick kicked MJF between the legs.
Stinks.
Yeah, I know. Cole climbed up and drilled MJF with the Panama Sunrise. Cole dropped his knee pad and lowered the boom with a knee strike. But he looks at him and he's like, "Man, what you doing? What you doing?" And he's like, fucking perplexed. And he's like, fucking, yeah. So after that happens, he still kicks out at 2 because the ref took way too long to get up. You good? Do I need to pause? Do we need to pause? Okay. Because we're like right at the end here.
So.
Alright, yeah, we're at the final bits of this anyway. Wembley Stadium on its feet, said Excalibur. Roderick Strong threw the AEW the world title into the ring and told Cole to use it on MJF. Do it! I'm your best friend, screamed Roddy. Cole picked up the title and threw it out of the ring. Roderick Strong walked out and Adam Cole told him to get out of here. While he was distracted, MJF cradled Adam Cole for the pinfall win. Still AEW World Champion, MJF. After the match, MJF said it was okay and the people still loved Cole. MJF brought the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles into the ring, but then handed one to Cole. But Cole threw it down. I get it. You never cared about me. You only cared about the belt. You're a fake, said MJF. MJF picked the World Championship and then tossed it at Adam Cole. He said, "You want this shit? Take it." He turned his back and he said, "I'm so stupid." Cole was hesitant. Roderick Strong jumped back on the apron and ordered Adam Cole to hit him with it. Adam Cole was tempted but threw the belt down. MJF and Adam Cole hugged it out. And the Kingdom held back Roderick Strong, and MJF and Adam Cole celebrated in the ring. And then Excalibur announced that they'll be returning to Wembley Stadium August 25th, 2024. 4.5 stars, great sports entertainment angle. Probably the story of the year for me.
This was. There's a difference between a wrestling match, a professional wrestling match, and a sports entertainment match. This was more sports entertainment side, but it did like it's this. This is more of enjoy the story, enjoy the
Yeah.
ride,
Yeah.
because this reminds me of how the Bloodline Civil War was.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't a wrestling match or a pro wrestling match. That was more storytelling. This was more sports entertainment wise. They telling a story.
Yeah,
within the match.
Yeah, and keep this going, man. Keep this as long
Yeah.
as you need to. Like, this is the best
Yeah.
story AEW's told, is MJF changing his ways. I love what
Yes.
they're doing here.
Like this, probably by the end of the year, this might be a hard pick. Do which is the story of the year, the Bloodline or this?
Yeah. And to me, I feel like it's gonna be this, only because the Bloodline story is getting somewhat stale, and I think it kind of got tainted with that SummerSlam shit.
Yeah, which I do get, but this was really fucking good. I
Loved it.
like, yeah, and I would say this show overall was fucking fantastic. Start to bottom, start to finish,
Yeah.
top to bottom. This was great. It has some bumps on the road, but
Even
but
then, we got that. We got those moments in the end. So let's just give a fucking show rank so that way you can get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
S rank all day. I think this is an S rank show.
This was an S rank as well. This
Yeah.
was an S rank.
Like for the history of the show, and for all the matches to deliver as well as they did, for all the moments to deliver as well as they did, for all the markouts that we had on this night, this was a celebration of professional wrestling at its finest.
That it is.
And
This was
81,000 people got to see it there live, man. Jealous.
yeah.
Fucking awesome
Good
show.
shit.
Awesome show, man. Great job by AEW. Hats off to all.
Now we got All Out.
And now we got All Out, and it's going crazy. We're gonna be doing watch parties for those too, so we're gonna have the same kind of format, so that way we're not fucking going crazy. And
Yes.
there you go. But yeah, we'll kind of run over that card. Look up AEW's site to see what the fuck's coming up this week. We'll be covering it. Zero. Anything
What's
you
up?
want to plug and promote, and where the hell can people find you?
They can find me in Zero Channel Zero, and that's where all my other channels is. And I'm plugging in the finals of the Grizzly tournament with two fucking great matches. One of them is J.K. Miller versus James the Archangel, which is basically me versus him, and it was a really fucking crazy ass match.
Yes, it was.
And did you saw it?
I saw a little bit of it. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it because I had fucking chaos go all over the fucking place.
I feel you, but yeah, like it was a really good match, and the main event, which was the Christie tournament finals, which was also one of the best matches I've ever seen. So yeah, and the other thing I kind of want to plug in is Frontline, my 2K show, which is pretty fucking okay. So originally the show, since the show started on 2K19, but I was trying to move in 2K23, but I got tired of recreating my cause. So Frontline is going to stay on 2K19 because I have most of the stuff there. So yeah, that's going on, and yeah, that's all I plug. Oh yeah, the wrestling of Rundown probably next week, hopefully, right? Like, cause I'm trying to get it after All Out. So yeah, that's all the plugs. Yeah. Me hosting a wrestling rundown, featuring fucking anybody. It could be anybody, but yeah.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
all the plugs. Yeah.
There you go. And to make my plugs quick, go to the watch party. You'll see all the plugs there. youtube.com/user/jhebirds95 and youtube.com/@FTW Productions Main. Those are where you can find the watch parties. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And as Owen always says, we will talk to you guys later. And since this is being recorded in the past, talk to you guys in the future. And Zero, say your catchphrase.
Yeah. Can for anybody watching, fuck off. I'm tired of this shit.
Get you some crunchy, boy.
All right. Peace out, everyone.
Podcast has concluded. Be sure to check out more group discussion as far as AEW content is concerned, and check out more content from For the Win Productions.